Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats of all ages, welcome to something brand new. Kind of something new, kind of something old. Something that I think is needed. Something that I think is needed. Good afternoon. Happy Monday.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
October 28th. October 28th? No. Not that late. I said that because I'm looking at the Night Street closures. No. It's April 28th. My name is Jeff Jeffries. I'm your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute with Rove Traffic Vancouver, not only playing here on Twitch, but simulcast on YouTube. Thank you for both the Twitch and YouTube followers. Trying out something new. Nux for Cup. What's up? Hanging with the YouTube folk. You got it going on. YouTube might be a little bit, YouTube might be a little bit behind.
Hello from the children.
Step Kev on YouTube. What's up, brother? There you go. Step Kev, one of the OGs here. On the Traffic Podcast. No longer Twitch Traffic Vancouver, seeing as how we are simulcasting it as Rove at Traffic Vancouver. All roads lead to Rove. Like that? Like that? There we go. So, not only simulcast on YouTube, play it on Twitch, but still on the socials at Twitch Traffic Vancouver on X, because for some reason they're not letting me change my name over. But I think it's because they want me to download the app, to I say to Elon, elbows up, motherfucker. If you haven't already guessed, I am in my own studios, the Rove Traffic Vancouver studios, and I'm very comfortable in them. So, if your children are in the car, they might have to cover their ears a couple of times. When we were doing Twitch Traffic Vancouver in the morning, we did a lot of stuff. We did traffic for the out-of-town highways, we did traffic for the ferries and the border, and we did the weather. Let me show you what I'm looking at right now here, my friends, on the traffic map. Let me show you what I'm looking at right here on the traffic map. And what I'm looking at right here on the traffic map is a lot of red, and it is barely 5 minutes to 3. So, if you're looking for border updates or something along those lines, my friends, this is not the time or the place for it. It looks like for the afternoon I am going through the backups, and we're going to see why the backups are there, and we'll see if we can get you around them. But at this point, there are a lot of backups, my friends. So be on your guard. I might touch on some headlines if we do have time. Stuff like the major thing happening in Canada today, as everybody should know and be aware of what's going on. It's like, I'm pretty sure you guys should understand the scope of what's going to happen here. And what I'm talking about is, tomorrow, actually, the Maple Leafs play the Senators in Game 5. Go Sens, go. No, I'm kidding. No, it's Canadian Election Day today. If you haven't gotten out, vote. Go out and vote. Better leave now, though, before the time, because you guys might have a little bit of time to go here to do your vote. So how we're going to run it is basically we're going to go through the region from west to east with the flow of the rush. We'll start off with downtown Vancouver traffic, and we'll move our way up to the North Shore, and we'll go from there. If you have any particular traffic thing you want to mention, by all means, send it in chat. And we will get it out in chat. But for now, let's go. What I can tell you is there's a couple of things on the go right now. We do have a eastbound stalled semi at Glover Road. Right lane is blocked off here on Highway 1 East. That's got traffic blocked off pretty much from steady from, looks like 192nd, heavy from 200th, and that volume will continue all the way. Hold on a second here. I gotta turn that down. Gotta wait for a second. That has volume heavy all the way at this point from basically Harvey Road all the way up to 232. And you also bottleneck and lose the HOV lane, so this stalled semi is not helping matters very much indeed. So be prepared for those slowdowns on Highway 1 eastbound. Westbound steadied out through the valley as well between Bradner and Glover, but that is all due to the road expansion. You have lots of delays through Aldergrove right now. Highway 1 east and west as you approach Bradner. Both directions approaching the roadwork at 244th, and of course the Highway 1, pardon me, the Fraser Highway roadwork going on through Surrey, through Surrey. Has got traffic very busy in all directions here, basically from 148th to 192nd, so watch out for that along the Fraser Highway. Getting into Cloverdale, a bit of a mess as well today. 176 steady from 80th and heavy from the Fraser Highway all the way down to 60th Avenue. Highway 10 very busy here, both directions between basically 192nd and 160th, so heads up there. No incidents, all just congestion. Looks like there is an incident in Vancouver along Knight Street in a couple of spots. First, Knight Street westbound near Commercial. Looks like westbound traffic here backing up from just around, we'll call that Slow Can. And then you got some eastbound delays right now and some southbound delays at night at Kingsway for a possible crash through this area as well, although admittedly it's been a while since I've seen the socials. All right. Also, the thing we got going on right now, as of about 41 minutes ago, there was a crash on Oak Street southbound at 71st. And judging by the volume pattern, that is still there as they've got the right lane blocked off and backed up from 57th Avenue. Trying to get onto the Arthur Lang Bridge and off the Arthur Lang Bridge. Bit of a mess right now. The southbound Granville is lining up from basically just around 55th. You have delays all the way to the Arthur Lang Bridge. Northbound Russ Baker Way lining up from the north end of the 2-road bridge right onto Granville Street and beyond. So watch for those big delays. Knight Street ain't much better, my friends, all because of the road work going on here at night between 63rd and 54th Avenue. So the Richmond-Vancouver connection stay? No. The weather is not helping that as much either. You do have delays eastbound on the 91 in Richmond traveling towards 7 Road, but I'm hoping that's just congestion. There might be an incident, however, just east of 6 Road, so watch out for those delays as well. 3 p.m. Welcome to Rove Traffic Vancouver. I am your guide to the afternoon commute, Jeff Jeffries. Thanks very much for being here again today. We are just getting words from our friends over there at 11:30 that we have now 2 lanes blocked, southbound at 71st, left and middle lanes once again blocked off here. Southbound traffic going to be a problem on Oak, so watch out for those delays as you travel through the Marpole stretches that just come down the pipe from 11:30. Let's see, also just coming down the pipe right now, we are getting a picture of this eastbound stall at Glover Road here. You want to see it? Of course you do. There it is. That's what's going on right now. That semi just sitting there. They've got an arrow truck there finally, but oh my god. Getting to that point, it looks like getting to that point is just going to be awful. So give yourself some time through that area as that's what's happening on Highway 1 eastbound at Glover Road. Look at the red of that lineup. Oh my god, from before 200th all the way to that overpass there. Looks like the train overpass there. So give yourself plenty of extra time as you make your way through that area for sure. You know, that wasn't tall enough to hit it, was it? No, it wasn't tall enough to hit it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Let's do the major route report, shall we? We start off over at the Lionsgate Bridge, where traffic in and out of West Vancouver a little bit busy right now. Busy both directions on Marine near 15th. Busy right now down Taylor Way, pretty much from the Upper Levels Highway all the way down to Marine. Going up the hill right now, you're busy from Keith Road right onto the Upper Levels Highway as well. That leads all the way past Cap Road. We'll get to that in just a second. First, we go to the Lionsgate Bridge right now, and the Lionsgate Bridge, I probably should just throw this out there because in the morning I don't need to worry about it, the lane configuration on the Lionsgate, because it's always 2 lanes south. Probably should worry about it though in the afternoon. Right now we do have 2 lanes south, 1 lane north Traffic right now for the Lionsgate Bridge is steady the whole way, both ways actually, so give yourself some time there. Busy downtown on Georgia Street at this point, approaching Denman, westbound especially, lining up from just around, looks like Howe, all the way up to Denman, so watch out for that along Georgia. Eastbound slow from Butte, passing downtown Vancouver. You've got delays right now down or up Seymour at this point between Nelson and that looks like Robson. That's all just traffic. Trying to get towards the Granville Street Bridge off of Howe. Watch out for the roadwork at Drake, and that's got you pretty steady from just around the Holiday Inn there. Watch out for the Canby Street Bridge. Their roadwork affecting traffic in both directions. It's got you down to, lane closures both ways, so watch out for that. Slow down there. Let's go back to the North Shore. Upper Levels Highway, as mentioned, steady in West Van, right between Taylor Way and Cap Road. After you pass Cap Road, it stays steady till you go over McKay Creek, then fine passing Edgemont and underneath Westview Highway. Then you get to Lonsdale, where you're slow from Lonsdale all the way down the cut already, all the way to the Ironworkers, right across the bridge on Highway 1 eastbound, all the way into Burnaby, all the way essentially to midway through the Burnaby Lake stretch. So already a very busy morning on Highway 1, and it's only 3 o'clock. Cotton Road eastbound right now. You guys are backing up at this point onto Main Street from before Brooksbank. Be aware of that. Mountain Highway, busy from Crown, trying to get onto the Ironworkers as well. The good news about this, there is literally no westbound delay on Highway 1 as you travel through Burnaby to Vancouver to the Cass Yard Tunnel and up the cut. Like westbound traffic, you look freaking great. Vancouver traffic busy on all the eastbound routes right now. Hastings is very busy. First Avenue essentially busy off of Terminal from just around, what is that, Station? No, pardon me, Carolina. Essentially going all the way, and I mean all the way to Renfrew. First Avenue, just a nightmare right now. Yikes. More eastbound delays along Broadway at this point, and westbound delays for that matter, between Rupert and Oak, so give yourself lots of extra time there as well. 12th leading on to Grandview Highway is kind of busy eastbound, starting from Fraser. You've got delays right now along Kingsway eastbound approaching Knight, but I think that's due to a crash at the intersection of Kingsway at Knight, so watch out for those delays affecting all 4 directions, unfortunately. Yikes. And I also think there's a crash on Kingsway westbound west of Victoria, and that's got traffic on Kingsway backing up from before Slocan, so watch out for those early afternoon delays as you travel through that area. Victoria is very busy northbound approaching 33rd as well. I'm hoping that's just congestion, but boy, it looks really busy there. 33rd Avenue East trying to get towards Kingsway, all very heavy as well. Watch out. 41st Avenue, busy both directions between Elliott and East Boulevard in Kerrisdale. Be prepared for that. Traffic right now. Southbound on Granville, backing up from the Granville Street Bridge all the way to the Marpole stretch. Busy southbound on Oak right now, thanks to the crash at Oak at 70th. That's got traffic lining up from 49th Avenue. Canby southbound is backing up because everybody's avoiding this. Essentially in pockets off of 41st to the construction zone all the way down towards Marine. Delays on Main Street South, pretty busy as well, pretty much from, call that 38th down to 53rd Avenue. Fraser Street, I don't think is closed. I'm pretty sure it's not, but it looks okay north and south. Maybe some steady volume near 49th. Night is very busy right now between, well, basically 41st and Southeast Marine Drive due to their road work, so be aware of that delay as you make your way through. My weekend was fantastic, Strings. Thank you so much for being here, by the way. I'm sorry you missed me in the morning. But obviously, as you can tell by the traffic map, I am needed elsewhere. Knight Street Bridge, very busy both directions at this point, making your way to and from the Knight Street Bridge. Southbound because of the road work, northbound because of the road work. Northbound's backing up off the 91, so watch out for that. The crash at Oak at 70th is also affecting northbound folk as they've got 2 of the lanes blocked off southbound. So northbound's slowing down to take a look, and you guys are steady here pretty much from Bridgeport. We've also got north and southbound delays across the Arthur Lang, as mentioned before. Granville's backing up essentially from 57th to the Arthur Lang Bridge. Northbound West Baker slow from the Gilbert Road area all the way up on towards the Marpole stretch of Granville, so be prepared for that. Busy right now in Richmond as well. Looks like there's a crash Westminster at Shell. Some minor westbound delays, some southbound delays for sure, so watch out for that. Traffic towards the Massey Tunnel is very busy. I don't think counterflow is in just yet, but counterflow usually does come in around 3:30, I want to say. Well, they need it. If it's 2 lanes south right now, it's very backed up from Blundell all the way into the Tube. Northbound traffic is not a problem just yet. If the counterflow isn't in, it should get in right now. Steveston Highway, east and west, very busy approaching the 99, but that's all due to the road work there. 99 from Delta in towards South Surrey, looking great. Northbound traffic, not a problem. No real big delays for the east-west connector other than eastbound delays near 6th Road. That, I think, is just congestion merging with 6th Road, and steady after that to Nelson. Looks like there might be a train crossing as well. Maybe, hopefully. Westminster Highway eastbound approaching Nelson is very busy. No real big delays on the east-west connector until you try to get onto the 91A, where you're backing up here from essentially just after Westminster Highway all the way to the 91A, right to the Queensboro Bridge, so watch out for that. And then on the Burnaby side, same story. Marine Way towards the Queensboro Bridge is backing up from Burn Road, so yikes, watch out for that delay. We'll get back to the Queensboro in a second. First, we go to the Alex Fraser Bridge, where southbound traffic getting a little bit steadier, but looking like it's one of your best bridges already this afternoon, so there you go. Things are a little bit busy right now along the 91 Nordell 72nd. It's not too bad, actually. 72nd Avenue, more eastbound delays making your way towards 116, but actually traffic isn't that bad right now. On the Delta side of the 91, just some southbound delays approaching the 99, but that's about it. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I am not used to the traffic patterns in the afternoon, so we're going to learn this together, okay? Okay. Eastbound delays on Highway 10 right now, pretty much off of the 91 towards Scott Road, and then you're busy in towards Cloverdale, all the way pretty much from King George all the way in towards Cloverdale, so watch out for that big delay there. It's busy right now around the Queensboro Bridge as we head here. 91A northbound, like I said, backing up off the east-west connector right to the Queensboro and onto the deck. Busy eastbound right now, making your way on Marine Way onto the Queensboro Bridge. You guys are backing up now. Not really quite, let's call it from Burn all the way up to that. Delays on the new west side, westbound Stewartson from 5th, 20th down the hill, so from 10th Avenue. 8th and 10th Avenue right now, east and west, getting real busy both ways near 8th Street. So watch out for that delay. 6th Avenue, same kind of story. Royal Avenue, busy both directions, essentially from 1st Street to Stewartson and back, and that's all just traffic to and from the Patello Bridge. Downtown New West through Columbia, not too bad at this point as you go through those areas. Southbound McBride's very busy towards the Patello Bridge right now to New Westminster. In fact, line us off of 10th Avenue all the way down to Royal, so watch out for that slowdown. No problems northbound McBride. No real big delays across the Patello Bridge and King George Boulevard in Surrey. It looks actually fantastic. No real big slowdowns there. It's not very great in the Brunette Creek area right now. A braided Brunette. Northbound Brunette lining up from the hospital. Eastbound Braid down the hill lining up off of 8th Avenue. Braid west of the industrial stretch backing up from Brunette River. And southbound Brunette right now kind of slow at Millardville. So there you go. Watch out for that slowdown as well. A Lougheed Highway at this point. Some eastbound delays right now. Actually, no, start with Hastings Street. Getting towards the Barnett Highway in Burnaby. You guys are busy right now. Basically from the Cassiar connector up to Willingdon. And then a little bit steady beyond towards Delta. But as you make your way up that Capitol Hill and down that curve, you do pretty good towards the Barnett Highway now. Lougheed's a lot different here thanks to the road work going on between Delta and Boundary, so you got some pretty big eastbound delays right now making your way out of Vancouver, so watch out for that. Also some eastbound delays into Burnaby as you make your way between Underhill and Gallardi, so that is a thing as well. Highway 1 eastbound, as mentioned, slows through the Cassiar Tunnel all the way to Burnaby to Willingdon, then steady after that to the Burnaby Lake stretch. You've got delays on Canada Way down the hill from Burst towards Kensington, but that's all just congestion. Eastbound traffic steady as you make your way past the Winter Club, but that seems to be about it. Barnett Highway traffic itself is fine. Lougheed through Coquitlam, no real big delays until you get in towards like Collie Farm area where you're pretty damn busy at this point from United all the way up to the Chilco Hill, and you know what, maybe even a little bit beyond that as well, so watch out for that through Coquitlam. You could take the Maryhill bypass, but that's busy right off the Highway 1 stretch up right up to Shaughnessy, but not bad after that. A little bit slow down near the lights, and that's all. No westbound delays on the Maryhill bypass through Poca. The Lougheed through Port Coquitlam is busy both ways near Westwood. Heavy westbound right now from Coast Meridian up to Shaughnessy, so be prepared for that. And it looks like traffic eastbound a little bit steady onto the Pitt River Bridge, but that's it. No real big delays off that Pitt River Bridge in either direction. Pitt Meadows traffic is busy both ways near Old Duty Trunk, and then steady in Pitt Meadows on the Lougheed Highway from before Harris Road. And that volume on the Lougheed will pretty much continue all the way into Maple Ridge, all the way to 216. So give yourself time along that stretch for sure. Golden Ears Bridge, no real big delays north and south. The only delays on the Port Kells Langley side are some pretty significant ones on the Golden Ears connector right now, from just after Highway 17 all the way up towards 96 or Golden Ears Way or whatever you want to call it. Very heavy traffic there. Watch out for that one. I guess the trucks are making their way off the 17? Huh. Back to the north side of the Golden Ears Bridge. As mentioned, Lougheed Highway's pretty busy. Duty Trunk's pretty busy as well, both ways near 203rd. And it's always a nightmare in the afternoon traveling through downtown Maple Ridge on Duty Trunk between 222 and 228, so heads up there. Golden Ears Way eastbound also steady off of Lougheed Highway, heavy from 203rd on towards 128th. But once you get onto 128th towards Abernathy Way, it's doing pretty good through Maple Ridge. Lougheed Highway from Kanaka Way through Wannock right now, affected by the road expansion through Wannock approaching 272, so heads up there. After that, you're not too bad through Ruskin or Silverdale. We're really into Mission. It is a little bit busy right now around the Mission Bridge northbound. There's a temporary plate at the north end of the Mission Bridge affecting traffic, and there's some delays trying to make your way underneath the Linden Avenue overpass, so watch out for that. I'm sure that's just congestion. Abbotsford traffic right now, busy right now at Gladwin and Downs, so be prepared. Also Clearbrook near McClure, and also looks like you guys are busy right now along that stretch of South Fraser Way between Clearbrook and McCallum, so keep that in mind. Highway 1, very busy this morning. No real big delays off the Portman Bridge in either direction yet. Eastbound traffic is fine through Coquitlam into Surrey, but once you get in towards Langley, things start to get really heavy, and that lineup starts actually pretty steady from Golden Years Way, and then pretty solid from 192nd all the way up to Glover Road. There's a stalled semi in the right lane just before the train overpass, and goddamn, caused a big delay, so watch out for that. You got some eastbound delays right now as you make your way along or westbound delays along Highway 1 as you make your way through this too. That continues pretty much all the way through Langley right in towards the train overpass as well. So some pretty big delays. Lots of that due to the road expansion. Busy through Langley on the stretch of 232 near 56. Also Fraser Highway near 244th, and Fraser Highway is very busy eastbound approaching westbound approaching Bradner Road. That's got traffic backing up pretty much off of McClure. So heads up there as you travel through the area. Abbotsford to Chilliwack and back on Highway 1. That looks pretty good. Whew, there you go. That is your major route report, and it is very busy already. And it's only 3:13. We've got a long way to go for this afternoon commute, my friends. Stalled semi eastbound Highway 1 at the train overpass. Watch out for that. There's 2 lanes blocked thanks to a crash on Oak Street southbound at 71st Avenue. This has got traffic lining up solid from 49th. Don't take Oak Street. Watch out. There's road work on Knight Street affecting traffic both directions. The road work specifically between 63rd and 57th. The lineups are way beyond that, so give yourself lots of extra time along Knight. And because of all that thing on Oak and Knight, traffic along Granville ain't the best as either. Trying to get to and from the Arthur Lang Bridge, so give yourself some time through that area. Looks like that crash Westminster Highway at Shell Road might be in the clearing stages, which is good news. Everything else just congestion delays, a lot of it too. If I missed anything, hit us up via the socials, YouTube, Twitch, or X. All right. Sorry, Steph, I've got yet another chat to check, so I'm going to be a little bit late on that from time to time, so I apologize. But right now, I do need a morning jar every time I say good morning. You're absolutely right. And yes, east of the rail overpass. Dry BC says it's a stall, so we'll go with that. All right, what time is it? 3:15. You know what? We actually might have some time to do this. So let's get in to the BC Ferry report, shall we? Absolutely. If I got time, I'm going to do it. So let's get into the BC Ferry report. I'm not sure who leaves first, so let's just start off with the Tsawwassen to Swartz Bay. Their next sailing right now is going to be at 5 o'clock. That one is at 93% sold. There's plenty of room for the 6 o'clock. Swartz Bay to Tsawwassen next sailing. That one's going to be at 4 o'clock. That's 2/3 full. And looks like the 5 o'clock right now at 85%. There's a pallet truck in front of the semi. Don't know if it's an accident, but certainly 2 there. Maybe the pallet truck's taking some of the stuff that they need. I'm not sure. Let's see. It's off of YouTube. Go to YouTube. You want to go to YouTube? Did that link work, Steph Kev? Off my email. I hope that link worked. All right. Tsawwassen to Duke Point. Next sailing for them is going to be at. That one is going to be at 3:15. That one is sold out, leaving shortly. Should be leaving now, actually. 5:45 at 94%. Duke Point to Tsawwassen next sailing. That one is delayed 40 minutes. That is because of an earlier incident for today. So that one's behind schedule by 40 minutes, and we'll probably won't leave for another, 40 minutes. And the 5:45 is at 83%. That one from Duke Point to Tsawwassen at 3:15 has been sold out for a while. It's just everybody waiting at this point. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale next sailing. That one's going to be at 4:20. That's 3/4 full. Lots of room for their 5:30. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay next sailing is going to be at 3:15. That one's going to be 40 minutes behind schedule thanks to some earlier problems. Looks to me like their 5:25 is at 35%. So yeah, lots of delays this afternoon. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay. Next sailing for them is going to be 3:45. That one's 20 minutes behind schedule and sold out completely. They're 6:35 at 85%. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay. Their next sailing is 3:20. That one is sold out. Their 5:55 is sold out. Their 8:45 at 49% for now. All right. Next one to go would be the border lineup. See, I didn't put these cameras up because I didn't think I would have time to do it, but I have time to do it. Border lineup right now. Peace Arch, Pack Highway, Sumas Crossing. Not too bad. Pack Highway a little bit busy here. You guys are lined up almost just south of the duty free here. We'll call this about a 40 to 45 minute wait southbound of the Peace Arch. Northbound's about 10. There's no waits at the Pack Highway in either direction. You're good there. Alder Grove's good to go both directions as well. Sumas north and south, 5 to 10 minutes. Pack Highway commercial vehicles southbound, not much of a wait at this point. You guys look good. Northbound commercial travelers also 5 to 10 minutes. Border wait times are estimates. Of course, they change all the time. All right. Looks to me like we can move on to the incidents around town. Just check it out. I want you guys to avoid Highway 10 at all costs, especially approaching 168th. Eastbound pretty much from King George to 168th, westbound from 176. You get the idea. Don't go that way. 176 at 64th, 176 at Fraser Highway. Just awful at this point. Watch out for that as well. Fraser Highway through Surrey is just awful as well. Both ways between 148th and 192nd. Guys, don't go to the Fraser Highway if you don't have to. Can't see any stalls or crashes. Just volume throughout Surrey, and a lot of it too. It is school time after all, so give yourself plenty of extra time through this area. There was a crash reported on Highway 1. That's a stall reported on Highway 1 eastbound. A pair of trucks on Highway 1 east just near the train overpass. That's got traffic backing up solid right now. Steady from Golden Ears Way and solid from 192nd. So give yourself lots of extra time getting off that Portman Bridge. Eastbound Portman starting to see their volume pick up as well through Coquitlam into Surrey. There is a crash in Vancouver on Oak, southbound at 70th. They have 2 lanes blocked off, middle and left lane blocked off, southbound at Oak at 70th. At this time, traffic is an absolute gong show in the Marpole stretch of both Oak southbound from 449th and Granville southbound from just after 33rd. Oh my God, so watch yourself there. Take Cambie, although Cambie's busy southbound approaching 41st Avenue. Most of that's due to road work. Cambie is your friend right now if you're trying to get through those areas, so please take that one if you can. All right, let's get into the Vancouver weather today. Rain and wind tonight. Lows dipping down to just around 10 degrees. To start off Tuesday, we'll have showers in the morning. That should end before late morning. Then a mix of sun and cloud with just a chance of showers to the rest of the way on Tuesday with highs up to 16 degrees. Wednesday looks like sunshine, 19 degrees. Thursday looks like sunshine, highs of 24. Nice. Showers for Friday, highs of 16. Saturday, cloudy, highs of 15. That's your 6-day forecast. Right now it's raining outside YVR and 10 degrees. So the rain might have something to do with all the volume delays around Metro Vancouver at this point, and all the voting people around the school zones and such like that. So there's going to be a lot of volume wherever you are right now, my friends. Give yourself plenty of extra time. Watch out for the crash in Vancouver on Oak Street, southbound at 71st. That's got southbound traffic lining up from 49th Avenue. Watch yourself for some peak time delays there. It's not good on Granville from before 33rd all the way down towards the Arthur Lang Bridge. Things are pretty heavy as well, so watch out for that. Trying to get north onto the Arthur Lang Bridge is crazy thanks to all the Marpole stretched volume, so give yourself plenty of extra time. From Richmond to Vancouver as well, there's road work on Knight Street between 57th and Southeast Marine Drive that messes up traffic around the Knight Street Bridge. And you know what, there might even be a new problem in Vancouver 49th at Main, seeing delays all 4 directions there. Give yourself some time through that area as well. Okay folks, we made it through break number 1 here on Rove Traffic Vancouver. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon starting at 3 p.m. If you're new to the stream, please hit that follow button. If you follow, consider subscribing. If you subscribe, consider gifting subscriptions. And really helping the channel out. We're going to need to build our numbers up once again since we've switched from the mornings to the afternoons here. Okay. We're going to take that break. We're going to stop, and when we come back, I will have myself a drink and a bite, and we'll go over the major route report coming up just after this. Please, my friends, hold on tight. And back. Hello. Welcome back to Rove Traffic Vancouver. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. Thank you very much for being here today. I appreciate every single one of you for making the transition and switch with me. So, give you all a nice salute. If I had a webcam, you can see me saluting you. But I don't have a webcam. Well, I do have a webcam. I just don't use it. Our afternoon commute has not started out very well indeed. We are kind of suffering right now through a couple of things here. Let me just pull that back up. There we go. We're kind of suffering right now due to the heavy traffic. Now, part of the issue through the heavy traffic is this crash in Vancouver on Oak Street southbound at 71st. They've got 2 of the 3 lanes blocked off here southbound. So southbound traffic right now on Oak is just a mess. From 46th Avenue all the way down towards the Oak Street Bridge. After that, the Oak Street Bridge is fine into Richmond because everybody's still stuck on the Vancouver side, so there you go. So lots of people hearing about this crash deciding, well, heck no. I'm taking Granville Street. And that's got traffic backing up in a pretty significant spot here in pockets. Wow. I'm still scrolling from 14th all the way down to the Arthur Lang Bridge. Some very heavy traffic. So people on Granville wondering why there's so many other extra volume here as those are the people on Oak. And those people that don't know the problem on Oak are getting onto Park. And that's got eastbound traffic on Park backing up between Granville and Oak because that lineup is really ridiculous as well. So there's no real way to go right now from Richmond into Vancouver. So give yourself, from Vancouver into Richmond. So give yourself plenty of extra time, my friends. Looks like it might just be congestion right now on the 91 eastbound from just before night all the way towards 7 Road here. I think that's just merge traffic, though. It's busy southbound into the Massey Tunnel right now from Blundell into the Tube. So beware of that. Cool, dude. What's up, brother? Thank you for making that transition, my friend. Heads up. Thank you for being here. So there we go. So watch out for that one if you're making your way south out of Richmond as well. So very busy there. It's very busy both ways on the north side of the Queensboro Bridge and on the south side of the Queensboro Bridge, trying to get onto that span. So watch out, and getting very busy right now in the area of Canada Way and 10th and 8th and 8th and 6th and 8th, all thanks to the school traffic getting out, so be aware of that delay as well. Eastbound Highway 1, we are dealing with a stalled semi at the train overpass, or just east of it anyway. And this has got traffic lining up very solid right now to Port Kells from before 192nd now, all the way up to 232. It's not the best there either, guys. Give yourselves lots of extra time leaving town as well. And that is just scratching the surface of all the volume delays around Metro Vancouver right now, my friends. So without further ado, it's time once again to get into the major route report. Now, to be very honest with you guys, I don't really have a flow for the afternoons I do for the mornings, so bear with me while I jump from back and forth and try to get a flow here. There we go. Oh, thank you very much for the YouTube sub. All right, I'll start off in West Vancouver on the I guess that would be technically the Sea to Sky, Upper Levels Highway eastbound right now from just after Caulfield, going all the way, and I mean all the way into North Vancouver to just around Edgemont. After that, you're pretty solid all the way down the cut from just before Lonsdale all the way down towards the Ironworkers Bridge, and that, unfortunately, my friends, is all just afternoon congestion. Very busy right now trying to get towards the Ironworkers along Main Street eastbound, backing up from that third low-level split, and you got some delays on the Mount Seymour Parkway West in pockets right now from basically just around, we'll call it Emerson, all the way up towards Highway 1. So give yourself some time out of Deep Cove as well. Strunes, I appreciate you. Traffic around the Lions Gate Bridge, very busy out of West Vancouver right now. East and west on Marine near 50. Busier westbound than eastbound for some reason, so I guess that's something. Busy right now down Taylor Way, off the Upper Levels Highway, all the way down towards Marine, up to Taylor Way Hill is slow towards the upper levels as well from Esquimalt, so watch out for that. That's just north of the mall. Marine Drive onto the Lionsgate Bridge, pretty busy from Marine Drive eastbound, but not too bad westbound. Cap Road's doing pretty good towards Marine as well. There's no delay south across the Lionsgate Bridge until you get into the Stanley Park Causeway with the volume and the lights in Georgia here. Definitely affecting traffic, so be aware of that south of the Causeway. North of the Causeway, I think, what are we at right now? Now, they usually don't keep it one way in the afternoon like they do in the mornings here. So what are we at the Lionsgate right now? We're in the middle of a counterflow flip right now. With what they're looking like, they're giving it to the northbound folks. So that might be the reason why northbound traffic started to ease up on Georgia a little bit there. Downtown bridges, skip the Burrard Street Bridge for now. That's awful for some reason. Maybe connects to the lights at Cornwall, so be aware of that. And that volume will continue all the way towards, 4th, so heads up for that along Burrard. Granville Street Bridge is fine. Just getting to it from Howe is a little bit of a slowdown. That's the way roadwork at Drake, and then Granville Street itself, just a mess from Broadway all the way down to the Arthur Lang Bridge, so heads up there. Canby Street Bridge is a single lane both directions for their rehabilitation work. Canby South between 2nd and King Ed pretty busy, and then again near 41st, but after that Canby's fine. I think Canby would be your best bet today. Very busy around Main at 41st in all directions at this point. Very busy right now at Victoria at 33rd northbound. At Victoria, all directions are Kingsway as well. There's an earlier crash at Victoria at Kingsway. It looks like that's cleared, but yeah, traffic's still very busy there. Clark southbound right now is very backed up, pretty much from Hastings all the way down to Kingsway. I'm hoping that's just congestion as well, so yikes, watch out for those delays along Clark today. As I mentioned, it's getting really busy around the Arthur Lang Bridge. It doesn't look good at the Arthur Lang Bridge, just what we need. I hope that's not a crash. Oh my god. So be aware of that. Oh my god, if that's a crash, then forget Richmond and Vancouver today, guys. Forget it. Because that would mean that all three Richmond-Vancouver connections have some sort of issue. If that crash icon is correct, that means there is a crash, southbound or northbound, mid-span, just around the Arthur Lang Bridge. That means, as I mentioned, Granville Street South was backing up essentially from the Granville Street Bridge all the way to the Arthur Lang. Northbound through the Marpole stretch is backing up off the Arthur Lang all the way up to Park, but this might ease up because if that crash is there affecting northbound traffic, well, it's going to mess traffic out of the airport and off of Russ Baker Way, and look at that, it already is. Did I actually say that, cool dude? If I did, that came out real easy. Eastbound traffic at this point is lining up from just around the Aurora connector. Russ Baker Way is lining up at this point off of the 2 Road Bridge. So yikes, watch out for that. People trying to forget the Arthur Lang. I'm abandoning ship, taking the Moray ship and taking the Moray Bridge. That's backing up off of Grant McConaughey. No southbound delays across the Oak Street Bridge because everybody's still stuck on the Vancouver side. Northbound slowing down to take a look at the crash here, slow from Bridgeport. Knight Street's awful both directions at this point. All thanks to the road work going on between 53rd and 67th. Oh, God. Southbound traffic lining up essentially from 41st all the way up to the Knight Street Bridge. Northbound traffic lining up off the 91. There still might be a crash Westminster Highway at Shell with southbound Shell lining up here from pretty much all the bridge, so watch out for that delay. 91 eastbound slow thanks to the merge traffic at this point from just after J comes all the way pretty much up through 7 Road towards the S-curve, so heads up there. Massey Tunnel southbound pretty slow from Blundell into the Tube. Northbound's getting pretty steady from the 17A. I think they just flipped the counterflow here. That's 3:30 is the right time for this, right? Yeah, so be aware of that through Richmond. No delays on the 99 south from Delta into South Surrey. Alex Fraser picking up their volume right now. Southbound's getting steady from the Anderson's Channel up towards the Nordell. Northbound traffic getting steady as well from 72nd up to Midspan, so heads up there. It's getting a little bit busy in Delta, Nordell near Scott Road with eastbound traffic slow from 84th Avenue. 72nd eastbound from the 91 up to Scott Road is pretty busy, so watch out for that. Whew, Queensboro Bridge, okay. 3 is a normal flip start. That's good to know. That's good to know. All right. It's busy around the Queensboro Bridge. 91A northbound still stretching back from the pedestrian overpass right onto the south end of the Queensboro. That's not really the issue. The issue is the north side of the Queensboro Bridge. Good God. Marine Way, is it like this every day? Marine Way eastbound slow from pretty much just around Burn Road there. That goes all the way to the Queensboro Bridge. Stewartson Way westbound is slow as well from before 5th Avenue. 28th down the hill, backing up onto Southridge up that hill from the SkyTrain yard. So yikes. Watch out for that delay as well. 8th Avenue approaching 20th is busy westbound. That's lots of school traffic. More school traffic affecting near 8th and 8th as well. So watch out for that through New Westminster. Burnaby New West border pretty busy both ways between, well, basically Bride and Kingsway. So watch out for that. 8th Street northbound slow making your way towards Canada Way here thanks to their school traffic. You're lining up essentially from 3rd. Got delays right now through downtown New West along Royal Avenue eastbound approaching City Hall. You've got delays on Front Street both directions between the Pier Park and Stewartson. So heads up there as well. Well, the brief relief at the Patello Bridge was not long lasted. You guys are now heavy on McBride from just coming down that hill off of 10th Avenue from 8th all the way down towards Royal Avenue. So watch out for that big delay. Suspiciously quiet across the Patello deck. And no real big delays northbound on King George. Eastbound traffic very busy right now on 17 approaching Bridgeview thanks to big trucks and narrow lanes. And watch out for that delay too. New West Sapperton area, busy at Braid and Burnett in all 4 directions, of course, especially eastbound Braid and northbound Burnett, so be aware of that. Low Heat Highway through Burnaby and towards Coquitlam, especially Burnaby, pretty much from Boundary all the way to North Road here. Low Heat through Burnaby is pretty busy. Not bad through Coquitlam until you get to the stretch between United and Pitt River Road, and that's about it. And then the low heat through Poco is very busy both directions, approaching Shaughnessy with eastbound slow off of Pine Tree and westbound slow from Coast Meridian, so be aware of that. Barnett Highway traffic, not too bad right now, at least on the north slope of Burnaby Mountain. It is busy on Hastings through Burnaby, though, from the Cassiar connector to Willingdon. Looks to me like the Maryhill bypass is busy eastbound right now, approaching Shaughnessy, especially approaching the Coquitlam River Bridge, westbound slow down that hill from the pedestrian overpass, but that's usually the case anyway. Eastbound Highway 1 is also very, very heavy right now. The lineup starts off the North Shore. Pretty much, oh my God. All right, so you're busy out of West Vancouver on the North Shore right now, essentially from before 21st all the way up towards, steady all the way towards Westview. And then after Westview, you're pretty heavy from Lonsdale all the way down the cut, across the Ironworkers, through the Cassiar Tunnel, onto Burnaby, through Burnaby, in towards Kensington, then steady after that, from Kensington all the way to North Road. Is it like this every day? And this is the last episode of Rove Traffic. No, I'm kidding. First Avenue busy eastbound, like I said, just because I'm still confused. So be aware of that one. So there you go. Pretty much through West Vancouver, in towards North Road. Things are very busy on Highway 1 East. Give yourself some time. Not bad through Coquitlam until you get to the Port Mann Bridge, where you steady across the Port Mann Bridge through Surrey, climbing up the Johnson Hill towards 152. We'll get back to Highway 1 in a second. Let's go to the Pitt River Bridge, where once you're past Low Heat Highway and the Maryhill Bypass, you're pretty much good on the Pitt River Bridge, both east and west. I don't see much of a delay through Pitt Meadows well, near Old Duty Trunk, busy off the Pitt River Bridge, but that's about it. And then the Lougheed Highway gets really busy at this point. Essentially from the B House going all the way into Maple Ridge, all the way essentially to the Haney Bypass, you have some heavy, steady volume on the Lougheed Highway eastbound, so watch out for that. Old Duty Trunk eastbound, not bad at all. If you want to bypass all that volume, just take the Old Duty Trunk up towards like 132 and take 132 down 210th. Now 210th is busy here from that curve, but it's much better than sitting on the Lougheed and even Golden Ears Way, which is busy between 203rd and 210th. Duty Trunk right now, essentially busy off of the Golden Ears Bridge right up towards 203rd, and then after that, not too bad until you get to downtown Maple Ridge, where it's always a nightmare through there. The Golden Ears Bridge itself, not too bad in either direction, busy on that 199A off-ramp towards 96, and 96th Avenue eastbound is essentially busy at this point from pretty much through Port Kells from before 192nd, going all the way to Walnut Grove to 208th. It looks like there is also a crash on the Golden Ears connector coming off of Highway 17, so you are pretty steady from before 177A going all the way to Golden Ears Way, so watch out for that delay as well. Haney Bypass is busy eastbound right now, pretty much as you make your way past Callahan, but after that you're fine towards Kanaka Way, and then Lougheed Highway is busy through Wannock eastbound through Maple Ridge, from well before 272nd all the way into Ruskin. Not too bad through Silverdale, not too bad through Mission. Mission traffic, no problem southbound from the Mission into Matsui here. Northbound's pretty heavy and steady, pretty much from the south end of the bridge all the way up towards the Cedar Valley connector. Most of that volume due to the temporary plate at the north end and all the congestion trying to get back towards Mission. Highway 1, very busy eastbound as well. You guys have delays at this point from 168th all the way up towards the train overpass before 232nd. The closer you get to 232nd, the heavier it gets, and that's all due to a stalled semi in the right lane. Watch out for that delay as well. Westbound traffic on Highway 1 busy through Abbotsford into Langley thanks to everybody looking at the semi and all the road expansion as well, so be aware of that one. Fraser Highway through Aldergrove and Aberdeen, very busy always approaching Bradner Road, and that's all just congestion too. Alright, so just as I thought, not too much time here to do a ferry and border report, which is unfortunate, but we do have time to do a weather update, and part of the reason why it's so busy out there right now is because of the weather going on at the moment. We have rain happening right now, and tonight it's going to continue to rain. We'll see lows down to 10 degrees. The showers will continue all throughout tomorrow morning into the afternoon. We may see a mix of sun and cloud with highs up to 16. Gets sunny on Wednesday, highs of 15 near the water, 19 degrees inland. Sunny on Thursday, 19 near the water, 24 degrees inland. And Friday back to showers, highs up to 16 degrees. Right now outside YVR, it's lightly raining at 10 degrees. All right. Lots of volume delays to start off our afternoon commute, my friends. Forget about Granville Street. Forget about it. It's awful right now, Granville Street, especially southbound at this point, from 49th all the way to the Arthur Lang Bridge. There's a potential crash at the Arthur Lang Bridge affecting midspan, affecting both directions. The crash in Vancouver, a stall in Vancouver. I'm not even sure what it is. I think it's a crash in Vancouver on Oak Street southbound at 71st. Southbound traffic, awful from 49th. Southeast Marine Drive, 70th, Park Drive, Canby Street, all affected by this. Watch out for the roadwork on Knight Street affecting both directions. And roadwork specifically between 59th and 63rd, the volume specifically lining up well beyond that. You pick your Richmond-Vancouver connection, my friend. I will tell you, it is terrible. What we're going to do right now is we're going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to pause and gather information. When I come back, I'll tell you what I found. We'll go over that major route report once again, maybe even the weather too. Hold up, you're listening to Rove Traffic Vancouver, Vancouver's only traffic podcast. I am Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute, every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. If you're new to that stream, hit this follow button. Both, you can subscribe on both YouTube and Twitch. Thanks for the current subscriber there. Looking at you, Steph Kev. Thanks for that on YouTube and, yeah, everywhere else as well. I'm going to take a break. Come right back. Hold tight. We're back with more. All right, so I got some good news, and I've got some bad news. The good news is I didn't find anything specific on the social media sites. The bad news is I found a very cryptic tweet from TransLink BC. It's going to take a while for YouTube to get traction there, Steph Kev. I understand. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a couple of days. I get you. I get you. But the option is there for everybody. No longer just beholden to one streaming platform. Got two. Anyway, so came into a very cryptic tweet from TransLink. The 123 New West Station route, regular route from 8th Street to 8th Avenue, and 8th Avenue to 6th Street, and 6th Avenue to 8th Avenue, the resume regular route due to roadblock, tells me that there might be a new problem here in New Westminster. Now, the 123, where's my shit? There it is. All right, so the 123 runs up pretty much here on 8th. So that means there's a blockage somewhere around here. And judging by the volume pattern, which I thought was mostly just like voter traffic, judging by the volume pattern, this is not good. Not good. So there's a blockage somewhere around here. I don't think it's Princess Street, but I think it's along basically 12th, or pardon me, 10th or 8th, trying to get towards Canada Way here. So something's going on. So heads up to that in New West. Also, the problem seems to be a crash trying to get towards the south end of the north end of the Queensboro Bridge out of Burnaby. Normally I'd write this off as just congestion, but there's a crash icon there, and after the crash icon, it looks pretty green onto the Queensboro Bridge. So I'm going to bet there's a crash there, and it looks like Marine Way is backing up in pockets from Boundary all the way up towards Queensboro Bridge. With the closer you get to Burn Road, the busier it gets. So yikes, watch out for that one at the Burnaby New West border. There's still that incident in Vancouver, stalled or incident on Oak Street southbound at 71st Avenue. Southbound Oak right now is lining up from north of 49th Avenue, so be prepared for those big delays. It's also a potential problem on the Arthur Lang Bridge at mid-span, affecting both directions. And this is not helping matters much for Granville at all, as you guys are backing up essentially from the Granville Street Bridge all the way to the Arthur Lang. Southwest Marine Drive lining up from 457th Avenue, trying to get to the Arthur Lang. Northbound Russ Baker's backing up from the north end of the 2 Road Bridge. You also have delays right now in Grant McConaughey. That is eastbound here from pretty much the Aurora connector. So lots of big delays. Trying to leave Richmond to Vancouver. Southeast Marine Drive west from Elliott all the way essentially to Granville. Busy in pockets, so give yourself lots of extra time this afternoon. That is it for the incidents and potential incidents out there. Everything else is just congestion delays and school traffic, and boy, oh boy, is there a lot of that. So, for the 4 o'clock hour, let us jump right in to that major route report. We'll start off in West Vancouver right now, where the upper levels highway is kind of a bit of a mess out of West Van. Not too bad, though. It's a little bit steady from 21st, passing 15th up towards Taylor Way, but by the time you get to the Taylor Way off-ramp, these are pretty heavy from there, pretty much right up to Cap River. After that, steady after Cap River all the way to Edgemont. Then after Edgemont, you're pretty damn heavy on the upper levels highway here from before Lonsdale all the way down the cut, all the way to the Ironworkers Bridge. It's also busy in North Vancouver off of the Park and Tilford area from Cotton Road, making that transition onto Main Street all the way back to Highway 1. So give yourself times there. Mountain Highway and Brooks Bank, very busy. Approaching Keith Road. Keith Road is pretty steady here from St. David's all the way to Brooks Bank. So that's at North Vancouver. Watch out, Lonsdale, very busy this morning as well through downtown North Van. And you guys are pretty busy at this point from just around approaching both ways near 20th. Lionsgate traffic is pretty busy as well at this point of the afternoon. Is everybody making their way home? Lionsgate Bridge right now looks to me... Oh, where are you? Where are you? There you go. Lionsgate Bridge right now looks to me Two lanes north, one lane south. So looks like that's the reason why things are so busy right now, south across the bridge. Not too bad on Georgia Street or north through the causeway, so there we go. What's up, D-Rack? Thanks for joining us. You like it? I spent a while on it. Downtown bridges, they're not bad. Granville Street Bridge, suspiciously quiet right now at the Granville Street Bridge. You guys are busy on Howe southbound approaching Drake, but that's due to road work. Burrard Street Bridge is busy southbound from pretty much mid-span all the way to Cornwall, but I'm pretty sure that's just the lights there. The Cambie Street Bridge is kind of awful well, not awful both ways, but steady both ways thanks to their rehabilitation work, so keep that one in mind as well. Very busy right now on Main Street South from Pacifica Central Station all the way essentially up to pretty much 12th Avenue there. That's all just congestion as well. The southbound delays and northbound delays along Granville and Oak are pretty prevalent right now, especially the closer you get to southbound to the Marpole stretch. Cambie's pretty busy in a couple of spots as well. Right pretty much the north side of Cambie between 16th and the Cambie Street Bridge. Then again, near Cambie and King Ed. Then again, near Cambie and 41st, and then again southbound near 57th as people avoid the Marpole stretches. Main Street's very busy thanks to something going on near 49th, maybe, but maybe just congestion. Southbound traffic here is slow in pockets from basically 33rd all the way down to 49th, so heads up there. Fraser Street I don't think is closed off, but it is pretty busy near 49th Avenue. Knight Street's just awful both ways thanks to their road work near between 57th and 63rd, so watch out for that big delay as well. Crash on Oak, south at 71st. That's got, like I said, got traffic backed up. Potential crash on the Arthur Lang Bridge affecting both directions across that span with Russ Baker Way lining up here northbound. From north of the 2 Road Bridge, you got delays on Moray Bridge turning on to Sea Island Way from Grant McConaughey or from Aviation trying to get away from the Arthur Lang's heads up there. The Knight Street Bridge is awful both directions thanks to that road work. East-west connector eastbound busy right now off the 99 heading pretty much in towards the S-curve, so heads up there. Westbound of the east-west connector, so steady from Westminster Highway to 7 Road. 99 south right now looks like getting a little bit better, although you're steady from Westminster Highway into the tube. You're no longer backed up significantly as counterflow has gone in. Northbound traffic is a little bit slow from north of the 17A, but that's nothing surprising. 99 South also steady, making your way in towards South Surrey here, pretty much from the 17A all the way into Mud Bay, so watch out for that. 91 South pretty busy before Highway 10 up towards the 99. Highway 10 eastbound busy approaching Scott Road and a Delta as well. Southbound off the Alex Fraser Bridge is pretty much steady from the Anderson's Channel all the way across to just north of 64th Avenue, and after that, pretty heavy on, like I said, north of Highway 10 towards the 99. Northbound traffic across the Alex Fraser Bridge, steady but okay. 72nd busy eastbound from 112th to Scott Road, but that's your busiest area of that part of Delta. It's not good at all towards the Queensboro Bridge. East-west connector is where the lineup starts for the 91A North. That lineup starts from just after Westminster Highway all the way to the south end of the Queensboro Bridge. The north side of the Queensboro Bridge, well, southbound traffic is fine, but I think everybody's stuck on the other side here. There might be a crash here on Stewartson Way's on-ramp, or Marine Way's on-ramp to the southbound Queensboro. That's got lining up traffic on Marine Way from well before Burn Road, with some heavy, steady volume trying to get towards that ramp, so give yourself so much extra time there. It's busy right now off of Burn Road, climbing up South Ridge towards 20th. That's all because of the lineup of people trying to get down 20th. 20th backing up off of Griffiths as well. Stewartson Way westbound is slow from, well, just after 3rd all the way to the Queensboro Bridge. So not the best through New Westminster through that part. Not the best through New West on routes like Front or Royal Avenue. Very heavy both directions between the Patillo Bridge and Columbia. You've also got delays going on 8th Street near 8th Avenue. Some pretty heavy traffic northbound right now from 5th Avenue. Some pretty busy traffic east and west on 8th and 6th and 10th approaching Canada Way, so give yourself time there. McBride towards the Patillo Bridge is lining up solid off of 10th Avenue all the way down towards Royal Avenue, and no problems across the Patillo Bridge. You're suspiciously quiet northbound across the Patillo Bridge off of King George all the way up to New Westminster there. The 17 eastbound is very busy as well from 124th towards Bridgeview, but that's all just narrow lanes and big trucks. Pretty busy right now on Hastings Street through Burnaby from Cassiar's connector to Willingdon Avenue. After that, fine as you make your way towards the Barnett Highway. Lougheed Highway is busy right now as you make your way eastbound as well, pretty much off of Broadway going all the way up towards Holdham here. Then busy again eastbound between Underhill and Gallardy Way, so watch out for that delay too. Traffic through Coquitlam on Low Heat Highway isn't bad. A little bit steady, making your way towards North Road, and then not too bad down the hill towards Brunette. Where the volume is on the Low Heat through Coquitlam is actually between United and Coquitlam Center, with some heavy traffic through that area. So give yourself time through that stretch of course. The Berry Hill Bypass eastbound is busy off of United up towards Shaughnessy. Then not too bad as you make your way into the rest of Port Coquitlam. Westbound slow in pockets near all the light systems, of course. Low Heat through Coquitlam is busy from Coquitlam Center up towards Shaughnessy, and then again as you make your way towards Oxford, and then after that steady onto the Pitt River Bridge. Pitt River Bridge eastbound is steady, pretty much from the east end, gets heavy approaching Old Duty Trunk. Then after that, Low Heat Highway eastbound is very heavy, all the way essentially to Harris Road. Steady after that, all the way to Golden Ears Way, then heavy and steady to the rest of Maple Ridge right towards the Haney Bypass. Old Duty Trunk itself, if you want to bypass that volume delay, well, you are getting busy between Rippington and Harris Road, so watch out for that slowdown too. Coming around the Golden Ears Bridge here, you're going on and off the Golden Ears Bridge here. Watch my phrasing. Southbound traffic, you're backing up from the south end onto the 199A Causeway up onto 96th Avenue. 96th Avenue is terrible right now. Oh my God, from 190th all the way to 208th. From Port Kelton to Langley, it's just bad there. Watch out. And there might be a crash here on Golden Ears Connector. Approaching Golden Ears Way, this has got traffic steady on from 177A and then pretty heavy from 179th right to the incident site, so watch out for that. North side of the Golden Ears Bridge, busy onto Duty Trunk off the Golden Ears Bridge on towards 203rd. That's just congestion. Then after that, the steady volume all the way the rest of the way through, so not too bad. Low Heat Highway, pretty busy all the way up to 207th, then steady volume near the lights approaching Lady and 216th. And after that, not too bad until you get to the Haney Bypass, where you're heavy from there all the way pretty much to the museum near 227th, so watch out for that. After that, fine to the rest of the Low Heat Highway. Low Heat Highway right now through from Kanaka Way up towards Wannock is very busy from basically just as you approach 272nd, thanks to the road expansion, so give yourself time there. Ruskin into Silverdale to Mission, not too bad. Busy around the Mission Bridge northbound for two reasons. Congestion, which is really causing some heavy traffic right now northbound. Pretty much from before the London Avenue overpass, and there's that temporary plate northbound at the north end of the Mission Bridge, so watch out for that as well. The freeway is some kind of bad right now. There's a stalled vehicle on Highway 1 eastbound. This is right around Glover Road in the train overpass. That's got eastbound traffic lining up steadily from 160th and then heavy from 176 all the way up to 232. And because of this, yep, you guessed it, 96th Avenue is busy approaching 176 as well. 96th Avenue is, like I said, through Port Cal. It's just ridiculous as everybody avoids the highway. So that's the reason why. It's also busy along 88th approaching Harvey Road. It's also busy pretty much throughout Surrey along the Fraser. Forget Surrey at the moment. Westbound from the Fraser Highway, pretty much from the Green Timber stretch to Willowbrook Shopping Center. It's a mess east and westbound. That's all due to road working congestion. Big delays along 64th. Big delays along Highway 10 approaching 168. So watch out for that. And that's just Surrey. Langley traffic busy on 200th both ways as well between Highway 1 and Willowbrook Mall. Busy in the Willoughby stretch of Langley approaching 72nd. All four directions, in fact. And it's busy on the Milner area of Langley. All ways approaching Crush Crescent and Glover Road. Very busy, heavy traffic here. And then eastbound traffic on Springbrook, steady off of Glover. Gets busy from 72nd Avenue. Heavy on towards 232nd up towards the highway, and 232nd northbound is slow from 64th Avenue. So lots of busy traffic there. Watch out. Westbound traffic on Highway 1 is slow through Langley right now, and that's all due to the road expansion, so give yourself some time there. Abbotsford to Chilliwack and back again. Not too bad along Highway 1. There you go. Four plates on the Mission Bridge. 2 on the south, 2 on the north. I thank you for the update. I will get that out there for sure. Lots of big delays out there right now, mostly due to a vehicle incident on Highway 1 eastbound at the train overpass. That's got traffic steady here from 160th, heavy from 176. Watch out. Potential crash near the Golden Ears connector near Golden Ears Way as eastbound traffic here is lining up from before 179th. So watch out for that. And everybody avoiding the highway causing some big delays along 96 from 190th all the way to 208th. Got yourself lots of extra time to that part of Port Kells. There was potentially 3 incidents affecting the Richmond-Vancouver connections, one at all 3 bridges, and right now traffic in and out of Richmond at this point from Vancouver, just a complete mess. Give yourself lots of extra time in that area. We'll get to that in a couple of seconds here. First, so let's get into the Vancouver weather update. Part of the reason why everybody's so busy out there is the weather conditions out there. It is raining right now. It's going to rain and into the morning here. With lows down to 8 degrees. Showers into the morning as well for Tuesday, but by the afternoon should be completely clear with highs up to 16. Wednesday, sunshine, highs of 15 near the water, 19 degrees inland. Thursday, May 1st, sunshine, highs of 19 near the water, 24 degrees inland. Back to the showers on Friday with highs of 16. Clouds for Saturday, highs of 15. Right now, outside YVR, it's 10 degrees and raining. All right, we still have big delays right now all over the place. Mostly due to the weather, some of it due to congestion, of course, some of it due to accidents, and yes, got to get home by 7 o'clock to get that vote in as well. So that's probably another reason why things are very busy out of there, because lots of voters have taken the rest of the day off here. So give yourself lots of extra time towards your destination, no matter where you are right now. Both ways approaching the Ironworkers. Watch out. Right now, pretty much southbound and through Vancouver at this point, on Granville and Oak and Maine and Knight, Victoria. So time southbound there. All three Richmond-Vancouver connections have some sort of delay north and south. So watch yourself through the Richmond-Vancouver connections. And looks like the Massey Tunnel, although busy on the 99, pretty heavy from Blundell into the Tube. There's still 3 lanes in your favor there. We're going to take a break right now. When we come back from that break, we're going to go over all the major routes throughout Metro Vancouver with the Major Route Report. You're listening to Rove Traffic Vancouver. I am your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday morning at 3 p.m. My name is Jeff Jeffries. Thank you very much for being here. If you're new to the stream, please hit that follow button. If you follow, consider subscribing. If you subscribe, consider gifting subscriptions. That's the Twitch stuff. Don't forget Super Chats down there on YouTube as well. We're going to take a break. We will come right back with more. Please stay tuned. Like I said, you're listening to Rove Traffic Vancouver. Rove Traffic Vancouver, Vancouver's only traffic podcast, helping out the afternoon rush. Thank you very much for being here. I am your guide to the afternoon rush, Jeff Jeffries. Greetings and salutations. Thanks for everybody for being here on Twitch. Thanks for everybody being here on the Simulcast on YouTube as well. Let's see. Yeah. All them people on YouTube right now. Doing good, doing good. All right. We'll catch up. YouTube will catch up. I guarantee it. At one point, it will catch up. Canadian Election Day today. Hopefully you got out and voted and exercised your right to vote. I think there actually might be a crash here in Vancouver at Kingsway at Commercial. Some big westbound delays coming off of Slocan. Eastbound delays coming off of Inverness. Watch out for that along Kingsway today, my friends. Crash in Vancouver on Oak Street southbound at 70th. This has been going on since 2 o'clock. 2 hours for this, in fact. And the volume around the surrounding area is definitely reflecting that. Southbound Oak right now is lining up at this solid. It's pretty solid here from 41st Avenue all the way down to the Oak Street Bridge. Got big delays right now on Granville Street southbound because of this. You guys have delays pretty much in pockets from the Granville Street Bridge all the way down to the Arthur Lang. Now, there was a potential problem earlier at the Arthur Lang Bridge. That one looks like it might have cleared up here. But traffic's still very busy in the surrounding areas. Like I said, on Granville Street southbound, Granville Street northbound to the Marpole stretch ain't great. Grant McConaughey Way eastbound, pretty much from just around Aurora all the way up onto the Arthur Lang Bridge. Russ Baker Way busy here as well, from just around the Gilbert Road stretch all the way up onto the Arthur Lang. And then try to get off the Sea Island onto Lulu Island here. You guys are backing up right now. From Sea Island Way off of Grant McConaughey all the way onto the Moray Bridge right up towards Garden City. So like big time delays there in Richmond. Watch yourself as you travel through the area here as well. Other things on the go, Highway 1 eastbound just before the train overpass. A stalled semi has been sitting in the right lane and has been also for a couple of hours. Eastbound traffic on Highway 1 is now steady off the Portman Bridge, heavy from 160th all the way, and I mean all the way to 232. So watch out for those large delays as you make your way eastbound Highway 1, westbound Highway 1, slowing down to take a look and affected by the road expansion. You guys are pretty busy westbound through the Bradner area all the way up to 232 as well. Watch yourself there. Heavy traffic in the Surrey Fleetwood area along 152, 88th, 160th, and 96th Avenue. That's all just extra traffic. Fraser Highway's a mess once again between 148th and 198th. That's all extra congestion and school traffic and construction as well. 176 southbound, just a complete mess. Some just after steady from 88th Avenue, heavy approaching heavy approaching 64th Avenue. Oh my God. So busy right now on 176 and in Langley along 200th and 208th and Glover Road and 232nd and 56th Avenue east and west between 240th. It's very busy out there. Give yourself plenty of extra times, my friends. All that just congestion that I've mentioned. If I've missed any incidents, stalls, or crashes, you know what to do. You can hit us up via the socials on X or Twitch. Ooh, this one just coming in from our friends at Surrey Traffic. Heads up. Looks to me like you have southbound crash, 144th before 72nd. Southbound traffic here blocked off. 144 south before, not blocked off, partially blocked off. And traffic right now is pretty busy from 76. So give yourself time through that area. Thank you to our friends at Surrey Traffic. All right. Let's go over all the congestion delays around Metro Vancouver right now, and I'm going to tell you wherever you are, give yourself plenty of extra time, is what's going to happen here. Now, you're not too bad off the Sea to Sky Highway onto the Upper Levels Highway through West Vancouver. In fact, everything moves quite well until you get to North Vancouver. Now, through West Van right now, we'll go here. It's busy up and down Taylor Way at this point, thanks to traffic trying to get towards the Lionsgate Bridge. Southbound is busy from Keith up towards Marine. Marine Drive eastbound slow from the Whole Foods and Park Royal, pretty much up onto the Lionsgate Bridge. Cap Road's pretty good both directions. Marine Drive westbound slow approaching the Lionsgate, but that's it. One of the reasons for is the Lionsgate here is in the middle of a lane configuration, so that's part of the reason why things are busy both ways. Now, busy both ways to the Stanley Park Causeway. Westbound traffic on Georgia isn't too bad because they had most of the northbound route there for a while. Downtown Bridges, Burrard's okay, Granville's okay, getting to it, so watch out for the road work on Howitt Drake. Southbound really slow through the downtown core. Watch out for the Canby Street road work affecting the bridge. Lane closures in both directions affecting both ways, so watch out for that as well. Back to the Upper Levels Highway we go with some eastbound delays from Westview all the way down towards the Ironworkers. That, my friends, is just morning congestion. You also have delays right now on Cotton Road here, coming off the third low-level split, transitioning onto Main towards the Ironworkers as well. Mountain Highway busy from Keith Road. Brooksbank busy, actually always near Brooksbank and Keith busy here, east, west, and southbound too, and northbound, so watch out for that out of North Van. Steady south across the Ironworkers, not bad northbound traffic. Westbound Highway 1 is actually very good from Coquitlam all the way to the North Shore. Eastbound Highway 1, well, That's a different story. You're very busy at this point from the Cassiar Tunnel all the way into the Burnaby Lake stretch, and then steady through the Burnaby Lake stretch all the way to just around Brunette or so. So give yourself time. Eastbound Highway 1. Traffic through Vancouver at this point. Southbound delays at this point very prevalent on Granville and Oak and Cambie and Maine and Fraser and Knight. Very busy traffic southbound, all heading towards South Vancouver. The closer you get to the Fraser River, the busier it gets, so watch out for that, of course. A couple of reasons for all these backups southbound. There was an earlier issue at the Arthur Lang Bridge. Looks like that one quickly cleared itself, but damage done, and it was already very busy because there was a problem, it has been for the last couple of hours, at Oak at 71st with 2 lanes blocked off here. So not only is Granville Street backing up pretty much from the Granville Street Bridge onto the Arthur Lang, but Oak Street's backing up pretty much from Van Dusen all the way down towards the Oak Street Bridge. Northbound steady the whole way across as well. You also have east and westbound delays. Looks like there's a crash in Vancouver on Kingsway westbound west of Victoria, affecting westbound traffic here in pockets from just around Slocan. Eastbound steady the whole way through as they slow to take a look. We also have delays to the lights along routes like Hastings and First Avenue and Broadway and Grandview Highway and King Ed and 41st and Southeast Marine and Southwest Marine Drive. All very busy in and out of Vancouver right now. Give yourself plenty of extra time towards your destinations. Like I said, all 3 Richmond Vancouver connectors are seeing some sort of delay. Northbound is very busy across the Knight Street Bridge off the 91 to Midspan, and then steady after that all the way to Vancouver. Northbound across the Oak Street Bridge is pretty steady from Bridgeport, but not bad southbound because everybody's still stuck behind those semis at Oak at 71st, so heads up there. Arthur Lang Bridge busy both directions as they recover from an earlier crash. 3 lanes south, 1 lane north for the Massey Tunnel. Southbound traffic is stupid busy, though, from pretty much the 91 all the way up towards Steveston Highway. Some heavy pockets in there, so watch out for southbound despite 3 lanes. Northbound traffic is got your 1 lane and pretty steady from 17A, but not too bad. Southbound 99 is also steady out of Delta in towards South Surrey here, pretty much from the 17A and towards Mud Bay Park, so heads up there as well. There's no eastbound delays on the east-west connector after 6th Road. You're fine all the way to the Alex Fraser Bridge. Once on the Alex Fraser southbound, you're pretty steady from Westminster Highway right pretty much the south end here. Then steady southbound after that all the way into the Delta side on the 91 south approaching 64th. And after that, busy again on the 91 south before Highway 10 towards the 99, and that's all just congestion. No real big northbound delays out of Delta at this point on the 91. Just a little bit steady near Nordell thanks to merge traffic. And then you have delays up and down the Nordell Hill between Scott Road and the pedestrian overpass, and that's mostly just congestion. 72nd Avenue eastbound, also very busy here from 112th towards Scott Road, but that's all just congestion at this point. All right. Very busy at both sides of the Queensboro Bridge, coming in all directions here. Right now, 91A northbound's lining up here off the east-west connector from after Westminster Highway, going all the way up onto the Queensboro Bridge, so heads up there. Traffic through Burnaby sucks on Marine Way before Burn Road, going all the way to the Queensboro Bridge. I think there was an earlier crash here just on the ramp. I think that's been cleared at this point, but traffic is definitely affected. You have delays on Stewartson Way westbound right now. Looks like here from just around Quayside Drive all the way up towards Queensboro. 20th down the hill, backing up off of Southbridge, up that hill from the SkyTrain dock, and also off of Griffiths Drive from just around Burn Creek Community. So big time delays right now in that part of New West. You also have delays in New Westminster thanks to all the traffic near 8th Street and New West Secondary School here. Canada Way at 8th. Canada Way is 8th. 10th at 8th, 8th at 8th, 6th at 8th. North, south, east, west, you name the route. It's very busy, especially along 10th Avenue between Kingsway and McBride. McBride southbound is backing up from 10th Avenue on towards the Patello Bridge. And what's suspicious about this is, because before Royal Avenue, everything's pretty busy. After Royal Avenue southbound, you're fine into Surrey. There might be a crash here southbound. Any more updates, let me know via the socials, X or Twitch, please. You got delays also downtown New West along east and west routes like Royal and Columbia and Front, so give yourself time through this part of New Westminster. Also Columbia right now trying to get through the Sapperton area, extremely busy. In fact, that lineup starts on Columbia from McBride down towards Richmond Street. Also Front Street's backing up from Patello towards Richmond as well, so heads up there. All right, let's go to Hastings Street through Burnaby. Right now, you guys are busy from the Cassiar connector all the way pretty much to Inlet Drive as you transition onto the Barnett Highway. The Barnett Highway looks good as you make your way into Port Moody. No westbound delays along the Barnett Highway or Hastings into Burnaby. Low Heat Highway busy both directions at this point, pretty much from Boundary Road all the way to Holdham and back again, so watch out for that. More eastbound delays between Kensington and Bainbridge, and then again from Underhill all the way up to Gallardy, so be aware of that on the Low Heat Highway through Burnaby. Highway 1, as mentioned, very busy as you make your way through Vancouver into Burnaby from the Cassiar Tunnel all the way in towards Willingdon, steady after that to the Burnaby Lake stretch all the way into Coquitlam and to about North Road or so. Speaking of Coquitlam, the low heat highway at this point. Busy in pockets right now eastbound. Looks like from, well, basically as you make your way down from before Brunette up towards King Edward, and then very heavy eastbound and busy eastbound from United up towards basically into the Meadowbrook area, all the way up towards Dewdney Trunk. Or probably not Dewdney Trunk, but Como Lake. So watch out for those delays as well. Westbound through Coquitlam on low heat steady from Chilco's Hill, and that will continue all the way towards United, but not too bad up the Brunette Hill. Low heat through Poco kind of sucks right now. Very busy eastbound from pretty much Coquitlam Center all the way up to just before Oxford. Watch out for that delay there. Maybe a new problem, perhaps. Westbound delayed right now on the low heat highway as well. Pretty much from the Pitt Bridge all the way up towards Oxford as well. That could just be congestion. Maryhill Bypass, busy eastbound off of United all the way up to Shaughnessy. And after that, busy eastbound again, making your way between Coast and Kingsway. Westbound delays along the Maryhill Bypass, just affected by the lights with the major volume being near Broadway. So watch out for that delay too. Eastbound across the Pitt River Bridge is kind of awful. In fact, you're lining up here from the east end, and that volume will continue all the way up to Harris Road, then steady after that all the way into Maple Ridge. There's no big westbound delay on the low heat just yet. People are like, well, forget the low heat. I'm taking old Dewdney Trunk. You're busy from the low heat highway all the way pretty much up to Harris as well. So pick your poison. Both are busy. Golden Ears Bridge is steady northbound thanks to everybody trying to exit off onto Airport Way, but no real big southbound delay till you get to the south end and try to exit off on towards 199A Street here. Part of the reason why it's so busy right now trying to exit off the Golden Ears Bridge is because everybody's avoiding Highway 1 and taking 96th Avenue through Port Kells, where that lineup starts from 189th and goes all the way to 208th. Ugh, very busy there. It might even be a crash onto the Golden Ears connector as well. Right as you approach Golden Ears Way, and that's got traffic backing up from 179th, so it's not the best right now trying to get eastbound anywhere south of the Fraser. It's also busy on the low heat eastbound through Maple Ridge, pretty much all the way up to the Haney Bypass. It's very busy on the Haney Bypass all the way to the museum, but after that you're fine. Some minor westbound delays along the low heat through that stretch as well. Eastbound delays along Golden Ears Way from the low heat highway right up to 210th. After that you're fine through the rest of the Abernathy corridor. Low heat highway through Maple Ridge from basically from Kanakaway all the way up in towards basically 287th. The closer you get to 287th, the busier it gets thanks to the road expansion through Wannock, so heads up there. Mission Bridge right now, steady northbound across the span. 2 plates at the south end, 2 plates at the north end. Delays in volume heading towards low heat highway from underneath the London Avenue overpass. Give yourself some time through that area too. Highway 1 is very busy. It's steady out of Coquitlam from the Cape Horn through Surrey up the Johnson Hill, and then gets very busy from 176 all the way up to the train overpass just east of 232nd. What's happened here is a stalled semi, and it's been here for almost 2.5 hours, 3 hours at this point. Things are very busy eastbound right now, so give yourself lots of extra time through that area. There's also road expansion eastbound on the highway as well. And then some westbound delays right now through Abbotsford into Langley. Thanks to everybody slowing down to take a look at Semi and their road expansion work as well, so give yourself time through those areas. Whew, very busy traffic today here in Metro Vancouver on an afternoon. Lots of it due to voting day, lots of it due to the weather, and, well, lots of it due to a couple of congestions. The situations, crashes, stalls. It's been happening. It's been happening. All right, got some good news out there for Highway 1. Eastbound incident at the Glover Road is now all off to the shoulder. Everything is now open there. Hopefully this starts opening up traffic, but now everything moved off to the shoulder, so that's good news. Still have that crash in Surrey, 144 southbound before 72nd. Southbound traffic there partially blocked off, and there's a lane blocked off there, so watch out for that one too. All right, what time is it? Let's get in now. I have a little bit of time, so let's get into the BC Ferry update. BC Ferries have been dealing with a little bit of issues today, thanks to lots of extra volume. So we will get into the BC Ferry update right now. As soon as I find the BC Ferries, where did I put them? There they are. All right. BC Ferries, we will start off with the Tawasin to Swartz Bay next sailing. That one is going to be at 5 o'clock. It's sold out. The 6 o'clock right now, 39% sold. Swartz Bay to Tawasin next sailing. That one is going to be at 5 o'clock. That's 77% sold there. 7 o'clock right now, it's 67%. Twassen to Duke Point next sailing is going to be, ooh, my goodness, at 5:45. That one's sold out completely. They're 8:15, 73%. This one's going to be behind all day today because earlier Coastal Renaissance had a delay, so they're going to be about 45 minutes behind schedule all day today. The 5:45 traffic from Duke Point to Twassen, that sailing is 90% sold. Their 8:15 is at 2:30, but like I said, going to be busy there all day today. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay next sailing, that one is going to be at 6:35 at 98%. Their 10:10 is 30. Get there now. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay next sailing is 5:55. That's sold out. They're 8:45. Last one of the day is 45% sold. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale, next sailing for them is going to be at, I do believe, 4:20. That one's not leaving at 4:20. That one's leaving actually at 5:10. It's 95% sold after an earlier problem there. Their 5:30 sailing is at 8%. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay looks to me like their next sailing is going to be at 5:25. That's still below half full for now. As far as the border lineup is concerned, the border lineup looks pretty good. Peace Arch, Pack Highway, Aldergrove, and Sumas. Aside from the weather, all looks like the volume delays are 5 to 10 minutes, so not too bad. At the border for the general purpose travelers, commercial travelers southbound of the Pack Highway. You know what? Not much of a wait. We'll call that about a 10-minute wait. Northbound is about 15 to 20. Border wait times are estimates, my friends, and yes, they change all the time. Still lots of heavy volume throughout the Metro Vancouver morning commute. The good news, though, is the incident on Highway 1 eastbound at the train overpass has moved off to the side. That means all lanes are open, but traffic is still very busy out of Surrey right now from 176 all the way to 232. Give yourself lots of extra time on eastbound Highway 1. Busy right now on 176 south from 88th down towards 64th Avenue. That's just a mess. Fraser Highway to the Green Timber stretch to basically Willowbrook Mall and back again. A mess as well, thanks to construction and congestion and the like. Very busy on the 91A northbound. That lineup right now starts pretty much off of Westminster Highway from the just steady from Nelson, going all the way on the 91A right to the Queensboro Bridge. Busy right now on Stewartson Way west towards the Queensboro Bridge, out of New West and out of Burnaby. Busy on Marine Way as well from before Burn Road. So lots of big delays towards Queensboro Bridge. Still got that crash on Oak Street southbound at 71st, causing some huge delays through Vancouver through the Marpole area. Both Granville and Oak and Cambie and 70th and Park and Southeast Marine and Southwest Marine Drive. Very heavy traffic here. And yes, that road work is still going on in Marine. Pardon me, on night between 61st and 57th, and that does affect traffic there in both directions as well. Heads up as you travel through that area. Lots of heavy volume. Lots of that due to the weather as well. Tonight we're going to get rain ending before the morning and then highs up to 8 degrees. And then that rain will bring showers for tomorrow morning, then clear by the afternoon with highs up to 16. Wednesday looks like sunshine, highs of 15 near the water, 19 degrees inland. Thursday, sunny and hot, highs up to 24. And then Friday, showers, highs up to 16 degrees. Right now, outside, YVR, slightly raining and 10 degrees. Don't travel through the Marpole stretch. Granville at Oak. There's been a stalled vehicle or a crash on Oak Street southbound, and southbound's been down to one lane for like 2.5 hours. So Marpole stretch at this point, very busy down Granville and Oak. Very busy around Knight Street southbound as well, thanks to the roadwork here off the Knight Street Bridge, or at least before the Knight Street Bridge. Southbound traffic lining up from 39th Avenue. Very busy traffic there. They did clear the incident on Highway 1 eastbound at 232nd. All lanes are open. Traffic is going to take a long time to recover, my friends, so give yourself all that extra time you need. 4:20, we're going to take a break. When we come back from that break, we're going to go over all those major routes again. Please stay tuned. You're listening to Rove Traffic Vancouver. I'm your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. If you're new to the stream on Twitch, hit that follow button. If you can subscribe if you're on YouTube, don't forget on YouTube, they got super chats you can give up as well. And then on Twitch, you can give up subscriptions and all that stuff. There we go. There we go. All right. We will take a break. And when we come back, we're going to see what's going on with the rest of the Metro Vancouver commute. Stay tuned. It's all after this. All right, I'm back, and welcome back to Rove Traffic Vancouver. I am your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. And boy, it is very busy out there, my friends. Oh boy, it is very busy. Lots of this has to do with the weather outside at the moment. Lots of people taking it easy. Lots of this has to do with, well, school being out and traffic, and well, lots of this due to the weather and the election day as well. So we have lots of extra people on the major routes today. Give yourself extra time. I've got some good news for you all. Now it's officially gone and clear, out of the way. Everything gone and clear and out of the way on Highway 1 just east of 232nd. So nothing being blocked. Not the shoulder, not the lanes, nothing. So traffic should start to recover here, but it's going to take a long time to recover. Eastbound Highway 1 is still busy out of Surrey from 160th, and that goes all the way. And I mean all the way up towards, well, basically Glover Road at this point, then steady after that until you get in towards Abbotsford. So watch out for those big delays on Highway 1 eastbound. Westbound is pretty steady and heavy as well, thanks to the road expansion, so give yourself some time through this stretch too. Let's see what else is going on out there. We do have a pretty serious delay right now. Making your way towards that Queensboro Bridge. Which side? All sides. Eastbound on the east-west connector is steady from the train overpass, and that will continue all the way up towards the 91A. The closer you get to the 91A, the busier it gets, so watch out for that. And that volume of the 91A will continue all the way up to the south end of the Queensboro Bridge, so heads up there. Steady north across the Queensboro Bridge, not bad southbound. Traffic on the north side of the Queensboro Bridge, just awful. Marine Way lining up trying to get towards Stewartson from before Burn Road in Burnaby eastbound all the way. Stewartson Way westbound at this point is lining up pretty solid from just around, we'll call that 3rd. 20th down the hill is lining up off of Southbridge, which is backing up here from before the SkyTrain depot, off of Griffiths Drive, which is slow from the school, and off of 10th Avenue, which is also slow from the school. So very busy on the north side and south side of that Queensboro Bridge as well. Very busy traffic trying to get away from the ironworkers and to it from the North Shore into Vancouver and beyond, so give yourself time there. Lionsgate Bridge at this point, seeing some heavy traffic there in both directions, but that's just normal Lionsgate stuff if there's 2 lanes north and 1 lane south. If I missed anything out there, you know what to do. Hit us up on the socials on X or Twitch. I'm still under Twitch Traffic Vancouver. For some reason, they're not letting me change my name here. Uh-oh. All right, this is a brand new problem here. Sounds like there's a vehicle incident before the Anderson's Channel Bridge blocking the left lane on the 91 eastbound here. So this is now coming off of our friends at Drive BC. This is what we're looking at. So there we go. Eastbound traffic affected now by an incident on the Anderson's Channel Bridge. So heads up. It doesn't look like very nice traffic to drive in. They've got the left lane blocked off. So eastbound traffic before the Anderson's Channel Bridge, another reason why it's backing up is because of this new problem. So watch out for that one if you're making your way towards Richmond and Delta and New West. All right. I start from here now. All right. Let's get into the major route report for your afternoon drive. If you're on the upper levels highway right now between Horseshoe Bay and, well, basically Lonsdale, you're flying. You're laughing. No real big delays on the upper levels in either direction there. You look good. And that's where it stops. The upper levels highway eastbound is busy actually from Westview all the way down towards the Ironworkers Bridge. So watch out for that one. Although it looks to me like most of this volume is starting to perhaps ease up a bit, maybe. Eastbound traffic right now is busy trying to get towards Highway 1 on the lower half. You guys are backing up from that low-level 3rd split onto Cotton, onto Main, all the way up towards the Ironworkers, so heads up there. Lionsgate traffic at this point, last I looked, had 2 lanes north, 1 lane south. This time I look, still has 2 lanes north, 1 lane south. That means southbound traffic is very heavy across the bridge and lining up here out of North and West Vancouver along Marine Drive, so watch out for that. Northbound traffic is actually very good off of Georgia Street and through that Stanley Park Causeway. Downtown bridges, very busy south across the Burrard Street Bridge from the north end all the way to Cornwall. I'm hoping that's just congestion. Northbound a little bit slow approaching Pacific as well. No delays at all across the Granville Street Bridge. However, watch out for the road work on Howard Drake affecting southbound traffic out of the core. There's also delays around the Canby Street Bridge north and south. They've got road work on the deck that's affecting traffic both directions, so expect delays out of the core and pretty much out of Vancouver proper as well, so watch out. Back to the Ironworkers, where the bridge is steady southbound and then pretty heavy on Highway 1 eastbound to the Cassiar Tunnel into Vancouver, through into Burnaby, and then steady to the Burnaby Lake stretch all the way to Coquitlam. yourself some time there. Some westbound delays are minimal through the Cassiar Tunnel onto the Ironworkers. Traffic right now through Vancouver at this point. East and westbound delays. Pretty busy along Hastings, pretty much from Clark to Renfrew and back again. It's very busy along First Avenue, and that lineup starts off a terminal from Main Street going all the way to Boundary. Yikes, First Avenue a mess, and westbound delays to the lights as well. Broadway is not the best eastbound between Oak and Rupert. You've got delays along 12th transitioning onto Grandview Highway as well, so give yourself time there. Kingsway is busy out of the Shaughnessy area heading towards the Knight Street area, so watch out for that. The Mount Pleasant area towards Knight Street, so watch out for that. King Ed from Shaughnessy to Kingsway, also very busy as well. There might be a crash here at Kingsway and Victoria, affecting all directions too. 41st Avenue, pretty busy both ways here between Canby and we'll call that, is that Elliott? No, it's Clarendon, so heads up there. And then you got delays along Southeast and Southwest Marine Drive, pretty much both directions between Boundary and Granville Street. Actually, Granville and 57th, actually. Or Boundary in 57. So yikes, very big delays through this stretch as well. Granville, pretty much as mentioned, southbound from the Granville Street Bridge to the Arthur Lang, extremely heavy, busy south through the Marpole stretch on Oak thanks to that crash at 71st. It's one lane going southbound and has been all afternoon. Lots of people are taking Canby because of that, slow from the Queen E Park all the way down towards Southeast Marine Drive. Knight Street, they've got their roadwork going on, and that's got traffic affected both ways, north and south. So watch out. Knight Street southbound lining up from before 41st all the way to the south end of the Knight Street Bridge. Northbound Knight lining up here off the 91 and steady all the way to Vancouver, then heavy up towards basically 49th Avenue. So give yourself time through that area as well. Richmond's traffic is very busy on Bridgeport, both ways approaching Knight. That's probably due to the road work. We've also got delays on the east-west connector eastbound off the 91 all the way towards 7 Road. Some westbound delays off the 91 towards the 99 south, so watch out for that delay as well. Also on the east-west connector, city west in the entirety from the Annis's Channel all the way towards 6th Road, and that's nothing surprising westbound of the east-west connector. Eastbound, watch out. It's a crash just before the Annis's Channel Bridge, and that's got eastbound traffic steady here from the S-curve and then pretty heavy from just before Westminster Highway all the way to the Annis's Channel Bridge. Watch out for that delay as well. 3 lanes south, 1 lane north for the Massey Tunnel. Southbound for the Massey, busy here pretty much from the 91 all the way to the Tube. Northbound traffic is pretty busy from the Works Yard into the Tube, so heads up there. I'm noticing that delay on Highway 17 eastbound. This might actually be a crash. Busy from the 80th Street overpass all the way up towards the, basically where all the transport trucks sit. So yikes, watch out for that delay on the 17 east. 91 south right now. Once on the Alex Fraser Bridge, it's fine passing that crash. You do get busy on the 91 from south to 64th up towards the 99, but that's all just congestion at this point. 99 south is steady from the Massey Tunnel all the way into pretty much King George and South Surrey. Delays right now on Highway 10 eastbound from King George all the way in towards basically Langley, so watch out for that. Busy north and south on King George between basically 104th and 76th. That's all just congestion. Heavy traffic through the Surrey Fleetwood area along routes like 96, 88, 152, and 150 and 160th, so heads up there. Fraser Highway, just a mess from the Green Timber stretch all the way up to the top of the hill. Well, basically to Willowbrook Mall, so watch out for that. That's all congestion. Forget about 176 southbound. Who would do this in their right mind? From 92nd all the way down towards Highway 10, 176 southbound. It's garbage. Don't take it. Northbound's not the greatest through that area either. Busy up and down 200th right now between Highway 1 and Willowbrook, so heads up there. Busy through Willoughby. Approaching 72nd in all directions, especially northbound, backing up here from Mufford Crescent. Busy in the Milner area of Langley, both ways on Glover Road, especially northbound traffic from 64th. Pretty much right up to 216th. You got delays on Crush Crescent eastbound right now from the Rugby Club towards Glover Road, and then 216th northbound slow from 64th Avenue. Delays on Fraser Highway through Langley from 232 up towards 240th. Some westbound delays through that stretch as well. That's a lot of road work. And then delays on the Fraser Highway through Abbotsford, westbound from McClure to Ross. So heads up there. Traffic on Highway 1 recovering after their earlier incident near the Glover Road overpass. That's completely clear, but all the volume still remains pretty much from the west side of the Port Mann going east all the way to 160th, where you're kind of heavy from there all the way up towards basically Glover Road still, so give yourself lots of extra time through this stretch. Westbound Highway 1 is still busy right now between Bradner and Glover, but that's all due to the road expansion. We'll go the opposite way here. Busy at both sides of the Mission Bridge thanks to the temporary plates at both ends, and then pretty busy from the London Avenue overpass back to Lougheed thanks to congestion. Lougheed through Wannock is busy eastbound right now from pretty much just around Spilsbury all the way up to Wannock. No real westbound delays at this point. And if I haven't mentioned the Haney Bypass, it's busy from the Lougheed Highway up towards the museum. And that really seems to be about it. Everything else, kind of just congestion delays. If I've missed something, you know what to do. Hit us up via the socials. on X or Twitch. Or YouTube, for that matter. I got YouTube going on now. You can do that as well. All right. We got some time out there. Let's get into the BC Ferry update. As like I said, we do have some time out there. And we'll start off, let's start off with the Tawasin to Swartz Bay next sailing. That one is going to be at 5 o'clock. That one's sold out. There's lots of room for the 6 o'clock. It's only 37% sold for the moment. Swartz Bay to Tawasin next sailing. That one's going to be at 5 o'clock. That's 79% sold. They're at 7 o'clock currently at 2/3. Tawasin to Duke Point. Next sailing for them is going to be at 5:45. It's sold out completely. The 8:15 that's scheduled is 73%. Duke Point to Tawasin next sailing. That one is going to be at 5:45. That's 91% sold. Looks like their 8:15 is at 62%. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay. 6:35 boat right now is at 98% sold. The last one of the day is 10:10. It's 30%. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay. Next sailing is going to be at 5:55. That one's sold out. Their last sailing is 8:45. And that is 46% sold for the moment. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale off to the Sunshine Coast today. Got to give yourself some time because they're about an hour behind schedule today. Their 4:20 boat still waiting to leave. It's 95%. The 5:30 boat is at 15%. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay. Next sailing for them is 5:25 at 49% sold for now. All right. Go check out those border lineups. Not too bad today. Mostly everybody staying home to vote. Peace Arch, Pack Highway, Aldergrove, and Sumas, north and southbound traffic for the general purpose travelers. All between 5 and 10 minutes, so not too bad at all. For the border crossing, southbound at the Pack Highway for commercial vehicles, it looks like 5 to 10 minutes. Northbound commercial travelers, about 10 minutes. Border wait times are estimates, my friends, and yep, they change all the time. Okay, so here's a look of what's happening on the east-west connector just before the Anasis Channel Bridge. You can see the emergency crew on scene here. Looks like they are definitely taking up the left lane completely. The right lane kind of squeezing by it, and the merge lane is there as well. So watch out for that eastbound on the east-west connector. Judging by the volume pattern, you guys are very busy at this point. Pretty steady here from just around the train overpass, and it looks to me like pretty heavy from before Westminster Highway, pretty much up on towards the 91A, and then busy on the 91A towards the Queensboro Bridge, but that's all just congestion there. The Queensboro Bridge to the north side sucks too. Eastbound on Marine Ways lining up here from basically the Riverway Golf Course. You got westbound delays on Stewartson out of New Westminster from just around 3rd. Yikes, heavy traffic there. Coming down the hill at 20th, you're backing up onto Southbridge, just backing up from the SkyTrain depot. Wow. Lots of big delays here. Give yourself some time through the air. Is every afternoon like this? Good God. Back to the morning traffic. Tuck tail and turn. No, we're fine. Well, we're fine. Busy all over the place. Might be a problem here towards the Ironworkers Bridge. Looks like traffic on the upper levels highway is backing up from Westview. That could just be congestion, although it is not that bad. Steady across the Ironworkers and heavy on Highway 1 through the Cassiar Tunnel all the way to that Burnaby Lake stretch as well. Lots of this now congestion delays, except for the Oak Street thing. Still got that incident at 70th. So be aware of that as you're traveling southbound on Oak. You guys are lining up from just around 49th. What's up, Orange and Greeny? Thanks for checking in. All right. Crazy out there still, guys. Give yourself plenty of extra time towards your destination as you make your way towards home. All right, let's get into the weather update, shall we? Of course we shall. Weather update today. Well, what you see is what you're going to get for the rest of the night tonight. Looks like showers for the rest of the evening tonight, and then right into tomorrow morning. We see lows of 8 tonight, and looks like chance of showers right through the morning for tomorrow. Clear by the afternoon for tomorrow, though, and then highs up to 16 degrees. Wednesday looks pretty damn good. Sunshine, highs of 19 inland, so that's awesome. Thursday looks even better for the start of May. Sunshine with 24 degrees inland. Friday showers, highs of 16, and looks like Saturday clouds and highs up to 15 degrees. Right now, outside YVR, it's raining in 10 degrees. Rain has a lot to do with the weather out there at the moment, so please give yourself lots of extra time towards your destination as you make your way around Metro Vancouver today. What we will do is we will get into the major route report coming up in a couple of minutes. We'll see how your afternoon commute has been going. I can tell by the volume delays, my friends, that you're still waiting out there. You're still waiting out there. So we'll get into all of it coming up here in a couple of seconds, right here on Rove Traffic Vancouver, Vancouver's only traffic podcast, bringing you the afternoon commute with yours truly, Jeff Jeffries. If you're new to the stream, please hit that follow button. If you follow, consider subscribing. If you subscribe, consider gifting subscriptions. We'll take a break. Come back with more. Hold tight. I am back. Hello and welcome. Thank you very much for being here today, my friends. Much appreciated. All of you here today. All of you on YouTube. Yes, you on YouTube. And all of you on Twitch as well. Thank you very much for being here today. I much appreciated. Remember, if you're new to the stream, hit that follow button. Hit that follow button on Twitch. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, don't forget your super chats. If you're on Twitch, don't forget your subscriptions. Don't forget your bits, all that stuff. Do all the online things. Help out the channel and keep Twitch Traffic Vancouver going. You on YouTube? You on Twitch? You're both spots. Damn cool, dude. It's hard to keep track. It's hard to keep track. It's hard to keep track. All right. What we got going out there right now is some volume delays around Metro Vancouver, and a lot of them too. So give yourself plenty of extra time if you're making your way around Metro Vancouver at this point. Lots of huge, especially in Surrey. Like, is Surrey always like this? You see why I stuck to the mornings for like 10 years, guys. I feel for you guys who've had to commute in the afternoon. My God. 88th Avenue West from Harvey Road all the way to 152 a mess. 96th Avenue West, pretty busy as well as you make your way towards 152. It's more eastbound delays along 96th Avenue today that's causing an issue. Between 148th and 152, that's normal stuff. And then again on 96th Avenue from 172 up towards the highway. Then again on 96th Avenue through Port Kells from 189th all the way into Walnut Grove towards 208. Lots of people were avoiding Highway 1 thanks to their earlier issues. So, yikes, that's part of the reason. Speaking of issues, I don't like the look of this at all. Might be a new problem right now on the 176 stretch just south of Barnston Drive. It's affecting traffic on the 17 here. Steady volume from before you hit 104th. Heavy before you hit 104th. So it might be a brand new problem here. Watch out for this one as you travel through Surrey. Surrey's been a nightmare all day today. So got that incident in Vancouver on Oak Street southbound at 71st Avenue. This has been here all frickin' day. Southbound on Oak has been lining up from 49th Avenue. Granville Street southbound, pretty much slow in pockets here. Let me scroll some more. Pretty much from Broadway all the way down towards the Arthur Lang Bridge. The Arthur Lang Bridge is busy both directions as well, so watch out. So the Highway 10 is a shit show every afternoon. Gotcha. Sheesh, as they say. So that's the other incident out there. There was another incident that was floating around out there that caught my attention. All I have to do now is find it. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Yes, you're here. All right, yes, there was another incident out there. Ah, yes, the east-west connectors crash here just before the Annis's Channel Bridge, so right after Westminster Highway. They got the left lane blocked off. Eastbound traffic is steady from before the train overpass, heavy approaching Westminster Highway, so watch out for that. Westminster Highway itself, very busy eastbound this morning from 7 Road up towards basically Cartner, and then after Cartner, you're pretty busy all the way up towards Nelson. I'm hoping that's all just congestion as well. Very busy at both sides of the Queensboro Bridge. Very busy at the Brunette Creek area. Braided Brunette, very, very busy right now. Pretty much, like I said, through Port Kells and Surrey. Give yourself lots of extra time towards them and destinations. All right, let's jump into the major route report. We'll start off with east to west. We go east to west in the afternoon. Go east to west. That's what we're going to do. Right now, eastbound traffic at this point. Not too bad on the upper levels highway from Horseshoe Bay all the way essentially to Lonsdale here. East and westbound traffic through that stretch is not that bad. Before we get back to the upper levels, let's go to the Lionsgate Bridge where you are busy down the hill on Taylor Way from Keith Road towards Marine Drive. Marine Drive, east and west approaching the Lionsgate is very heavy as well. That is all due to the lane configuration on that bridge deck. 2 lanes north, 1 lane south. So that's why you guys are pretty busy at this point trying to get to the south side. But once you get on the bridge, you're fine. And through the Stanley Park Causeway. It looks like actually traffic start to ease up through that area. Downtown bridges, Burrard southbound is pretty busy. They're slow from pretty much Pacific down to Cornwall. Granville Street Bridge isn't that bad. They've got some road work to deal with though on Howe and Drake. So southbound traffic kind of busy from Smythe and gets heavy from just around Helmkin. Canby Street Bridge, a single lane there, both directions, causing some delays north and south across that Canby Street Bridge. We'll get to Vancouver proper in just a second. First, let's go back to the upper levels highway where it's very busy in North Vancouver from Lonsdale all the way down the cut, all the way towards basically the Ironworkers Bridge here. So watch out for that. You've also got delays right now off of the third low-level split, trying to get towards Cotton and Main Street here, so watch out for that, trying to get towards the Ironworkers through that stretch. No problems northbound across the span. You guys are fine. West and eastbound on Highway 1 through Vancouver, affected through the Cass-Yard Tunnel. Now, it's not bad northbound through the Cass-Yard Tunnel. East/southbound through the Cass-Yard Tunnel is lining up pretty solid from there. Going eastbound Highway 1 all the way to the Burnaby Lake stretch, all the way to Kensington, then steady after that all the way to Brunette. So watch out for those big delays on Highway 1 east at this point. There's no big westbound delay on Highway 1 right now. We'll get back to Hastings and the Lougheed Highway in just a second. First, we continue on into Vancouver here with some pretty big delays south down Boundary. You got big delays south down Victoria. Knight Street is extremely heavy southbound right now, pretty much from 40th Avenue right down towards Mitchell Island and beyond. All that due to the road work on Knight affecting both directions between 64th and 53rd, so heads up through this area. Delays right now, not too bad along Fraser, pretty busy along Main Street south here, thanks to some delays near 49th. Canby's doing better now, steady down through the Oakridge area, heading towards Southwest Marine Drive, but Oak sucks southbound from 49th all the way down towards 70th, thanks to an incident near 70th. Is still down to 1 lane. It's been a long time since I've heard. Could you do an update on that, please, to the socials on Extra Twitch or YouTube? Granville Street is pretty busy southbound, pretty much from the Granville Street Bridge down towards the Arthur Lang Bridge. You got some northbound delays to the Marpole stretch as well, so watch out for that. All through Vancouver connection seeing some sort of delay northbound. The only southbound delays I see are both the Knight and the Arthur Lang Bridge. Take the Oak Street south. After you pass 70th, things should be fine in towards Richmond. Speaking of Richmond, the 99 south heading towards the Massey Tunnel, despite your 3 lanes, is backing up pretty solid at this point from the 91 and off the 91 as well. Northbound traffic is not bad on the 99 until you get to about Bridgeport. Watch out as well. Northbound 99 for the Massey Tunnel is with your one lane, busy from the 17A, so heads up there. Southbound 99, once you get out of Delta, is pretty heavy and steady here from south of the 17A and goes all the way pretty much up towards Kingsway here. There's some heavy volume on the 99 south between Lavender Trunk and the 91, so watch out for that. 91 southbound is also backing up from 64th to the 99, but that's just congestion. There's no big delays across the Alex Fraser Bridge at all in either direction. That's good news. Although the east-west connector, some westbound delays right now from Westminster Highway right to 6th Road. That's just congestion. Eastbound delays at this point, though. Right between 5 and 7 Road, that's just congestion. Then again from Nelson all the way up towards the Annacis Channel Bridge, but that's a crash blocking off the left lane, so watch yourself as you travel through that area as well. Whew. A second here. Traffic around the Queensboro is garbage. 91A northbound lining up out of Richmond, pretty much off the east-west connector from well before the Annacis Channel Bridge, right up onto the south end of the deck. You've got delays on the north side of the Queensboro Bridge as well. Marineway eastbound, lining up here from Royal Oak all the way to the Queensboro. You've got delays on Southbridge eastbound from the SkyTrain depot up to 20th. 20th down the hill is slow off of Southbridge down to Stewartson Way. Stewartson Way westbound backing up at this point from before 3rd all the way to the Cloverleaf. It sucks at both sides of the Queensboro Bridge. Not the best on the Burnaby West border on 10th Avenue between McBride and Kingsway. Pretty heavy traffic there. Busy traffic through New Westminster along 8th Avenue between 6th and 10th Street. Same story for 6th Avenue as well. Royal Avenue and Columbia pretty busy through downtown New West at this point. Pretty much between 2nd and Stewartson, so watch out for that. That's Royal Avenue. Columbia's a little bit steady both ways near 6th Street. Front Street isn't bad until you get to the Patillo Bridge eastbound where you're slow approaching the East Columbia split, where that's busy all the way into the Sapperton area. Brunette and Braid very busy all 4 directions as well, so watch out for that slow down too. Lougheed Highway through, Hastings Street through Burnaby is where we go first. From basically the Cassiar connector all the way leading on to Inlet Drive. Some heavy, steady volume, especially approaching Willingdon, so watch out for that. We've also got some delays along the Lougheed Highway, pretty much between Gilmore and Hold'em both directions due to construction and congestion. Eastbound delays making way between Kensington and Bainbridge, and then again from before Underhill all the way up to basically Austin, so watch yourself through that area as well. Did I mention the Barnett Highway is fine east and west, but busy through St. John's and Port Moody right now from basically Williams all the way up to Moray Street. Lougheed through Coquitlam isn't bad. It's a little bit busy down the hill from Brunette towards King Ed, and that's about it. The major delay through Coquitlam on the Lougheed is actually just after United going all the way up towards basically Como Lake here, so watch out for that slowdown as you travel through Coquitlam. You have delays right now on the Lougheed through Port Coquitlam between Pine Tree and the Coast Meridian overpass. That's both east and west, so heads up there. And it's also busy on the Maryhill bypass eastbound in a couple of spots, leaving Coquitlam from before United all the way pretty much up to Shaughnessy Street here, so heads up that in Port Coquitlam. There's some eastbound delays between Pitt River Road and the Pitt River Bridge. Some heavier traffic getting closer to the Pitt River Bridge, so watch yourself through that area. Westbound delays to the Maryhill bypass are just affected by the lights. Pitt River Bridge is pretty busy at this point eastbound from the Maryhill bypass all the way up into Pitt Meadows, all the way onto the Lougheed Highway. Essentially all the way to, I'm still scrolling here, guys, to 207th. Lougheed Highway, you have a steady patch here between Harris Road and Golden Ears Way, but it's still very heavy traffic eastbound on the Lougheed as everybody makes their way home, so watch yourself there. Westbound traffic is busy on the Lougheed approaching Harris Road, but that's about it. You want to avoid this, Old Duty Trunk is an option. I guess, though, it's busy from Hopcop back to Harris Road, so watch out for that delay as well. Busy on Golden Ears Way eastbound from the Lougheed Highway, right up towards Golden Ears Way at 210th, but not too bad on 128th or Abernathy Way. Duty Trunk busy in pockets east and west between 232 and 206. Lougheed Highway, as mentioned, busy through Maple Ridge from Duty Trunk all the way to the Haney Bypass. Busy eastbound on the Haney Bypass from down the hill all the way down towards the museum, so watch out for that, but not too bad after that. Lougheed Highway from Kanaka Way in towards Mission, a big pocket of volume making your way into Ruskin, but that is Ruskin and Wannock, but that is all due eastbound due to the road expansion, so watch out for that. Mission Bridge, temporary plates at both sides, south end and north end, causing a bit of a slowdown there. You're getting a little bit better, though, on Highway 11, approaching Lougheed Highway through Mission, though. Very busy this morning on Harris Road, westbound from Bates to Oland. A little bit beyond there, it looks like it crashed into that stretch, so heads up. Highway 1 eastbound, busy off the Portman Bridge through Surrey, in through Langley, going all the way into pretty much Bradner here. Congestion from an earlier crash, now cleared, and construction and highway expansion causing these delays. Also, that same slowdown between Mount Lehman and Sumas. That's all construction. Westbound, thanks to the construction delays, pretty much from before 264th up to Glover Road, so heads up there. Abbotsford to Chilliwack, Abbotsford to Hope, and back again. All good on Highway 1. Highway 10's, like we said, a shit show, right? Through Cloverdale and towards King George and back again. 64th Avenue westbound from 188th to 168th is garbage. Eastbound from 168th to 188th, same story along 64th, so heads up there as well. There was a crash on Highway 17 after 80th eastbound, but I think that's gone now. Traffic's still very busy right now on the east-west connector eastbound in a couple of pockets between 5 Road and 7 Road, and then again between basically the train overpass and the Annacis Channel Bridge. That is because of a crash in the left lane there, so watch out for that one as you travel through the area. 10th Avenue in New Westminster is a cone zone next week in various spots. Ooh, good. Just what they need on 10th Avenue at the Burnaby-US border, so watch out for that one as you travel through the area. Cone zone affecting traffic in both directions, and it's still stupid busy around the Queensboro Bridge at both sides. Eastbound traffic on Marine Way lining up from Burn Road. Southridge Drive eastbound is slow right now, heading towards 20th. That's from the SkyTrain Depot. 20th down the hill is slow from Griffith and off of 10th Avenue as well towards Stewartson. Stewartson Way west slow from 3rd right to the Queensboro Cloverleaf, and the 91A is still stretching back onto the Annacis Channel Bridge here, and that is all because of things. That's all because of congestion. So, yeah, watch out for those big delays there as you make your way along the Queensboro Bridge. Yes, we can see your cats. Cool, dude. Absolutely. Both sides. Both sides. Both sides meaning we are on Twitch and YouTube. So there we go. If you're on YouTube, remember the super chats. If you're on Twitch, remember the subscriptions. Always follow the channel, of course. Still got that crash in Vancouver on Oak southbound at 71st. Southbound Oak, just a mess from 49th Avenue. Give yourself lots of extra time there, my friends. Please. Give yourself time everywhere, in fact. All right. Let's get into, just before 5 o'clock, the BC Ferry update. I didn't think I'd have time to do this, but I guess I got time to do this. It's good. BC Ferry update. Let's start off with the Tawasin to Swartz Bay route. Tawasin to Swartz Bay, next sailing is going to be at 5 o'clock. That one's sold out. There's 6 o'clock at 42%. Swartz Bay to Tawasin, their next sailing is going to be at 5 o'clock. That one's just about to leave at 89% sold. There's 7 o'clock at 2/3 for now. Tawasin to Duke Point, next sailing for them is going to be at 5:45. It's sold out. 8:15 sailing, 72%. Duke Point to Tawasin, next sailing, yeah, that one's going to be at 5:45. That one is also sold out. They're 8:15 at 2/3 full for now. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay, next sailing for them is going to be sold out at 6:35 p.m. They're 10:10 p.m. at 30%. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay, next sailing for those folk will be 5:55. That one's sold out. Their last sailing of the day will be 8:45, and that one's just below half full. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale, next sailing is going to be late for the rest of the day today because some earlier issues. Not to worry, though. They're in 4:20 boat, just about to leave here in the next 10 minutes or so. That's 93%. The 5:30 is going to be late, but it's only 15% sold. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay, they're 5:25 sailing. Right now sitting at 31% sold. As far as the border lineup goes, you've picked a pretty good time to... Well, actually, no, I take that back. It's very busy southbound at the Peace Arch crossing. You guys are lined up to the arch here, about a little bit beyond the arch. You guys are about a 30 to 35 minute wait southbound, so watch out for that. Northbound's 5 to 10. No waits north and south of the Pack Highway, though. You look good there. Aldergrove crossing north and south 5 to 10 minutes. Sumas north and south 5 to 10 minutes as well. Pack Highway commercial vehicles southbound, not much of a wait at all. Northbound's 5 to 10 minutes. Border wait times are estimates, my friends. They change all the time. You're listening to Rove at Traffic Vancouver, Vancouver's only traffic podcast. I'm your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute, Jeff Jeffries. Thank you very much for being here today. If you're new to the stream, both streams, both YouTube and Twitch, don't forget to follow/subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe/super chat and really help the channel out as well. That really gives us room to breathe here. Not much room to breathe in terms of volume delays. A big old crash in Vancouver at Oak at 71st. It's got messed up traffic in Vancouver on both Granville, Oak, Southwest Marine Drive, 70th and Park. You pick the route, I'll tell you it's awful there, so watch out. Canby Street is okay at this point. Knight Street, not only affected by the incident in Vancouver on Oak, but also by their own road work going on between 59th and 63rd Avenue. Some big north and southbound delays to watch out for at the Knight Street Bridge and Knight in Vancouver. Watch out. There's a crash on the east-west connector eastbound just after Westminster Highway's got the left lane blocked off. That's got traffic backing up through the S curve on the east-west connector, and don't forget Westminster Highway busy this morning eastbound from 7 Road right to around the train over train tracks there, so watch yourself as you travel on that part of town as well. New problem out there in Mission, eastbound at Nelson Street. Looks like they are taking the left turn. Traffic is getting the left turn lane to go through. Oh boy, eastbound traffic, not the best right now, thanks to a crash in Mission near Nelson. We're going to talk about that and more coming up after the weather. The weather right now is looking like it's raining, and that rain will continue on till tomorrow morning, where it's just going to be showers for the afternoon on Tuesday. So rain from now until Tuesday afternoon, lows down to 8 tonight, highs up to 16 tomorrow. So Wednesday looks like sunshine, highs of 19 degrees inland. Thursday, the 1st of May, sunshine, 24 degrees inland. Showers for Friday, showers for Saturday, highs anywhere from 15 to 16 degrees. Right now, it's lightly raining and 10 degrees outside YVR. All right, just pushing on the 5 o'clock hour right now. So what we will do is we'll take a quick break. When we come back, the last hour of Rove Traffic Vancouver for the afternoon. We'll see what's going on with the major routes and more. Please stay tuned. You're listening to Rove Traffic Vancouver. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. We're back with more just after this. Please hold tight. I've anticipated a problem with afternoon traffic. Doing it in my home studio. I didn't think of this problem, and I should have thought about this problem, and I didn't. 5:02, by the way, Pacific time here in Vancouver. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. with Rove Traffic Vancouver. If you're new to the stream, please hit that follow button. Follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Twitch, super chat on YouTube as well if you feel so inclined. Yes, the problem that I've run into here is that my wife is a fantastic cook. Like, top tier, top shelf, whatever you want to call it, Michelin rated, at least in my mind. And she made dinner, and dinner smells so good. It smells so good. Might have to end early for dinner. Traffic, believe it or not, is actually getting kind of better out there. Believe it or not. Some spots. Other spots, not so much. But some spots, it's actually getting better. We do have a couple of incidents to watch out for. One on the east-west connector eastbound, just after Westminster Highway. Left lane taken up. Steady and heavy through the S-curve. Westminster Highway, for some reason, is busy before 7 Road, all the way to Nelson Road as well. So watch out for those slowdowns as well. Before I left for the break, we had a brand new problem out in Mission. It's an eastbound crash just before Nelson Road. Eastbound traffic right now steady here as you make your way past the very scary ferry up towards Nelson Street. As it looks like only the left turn lane is open at this point, eastbound. So watch yourself as you make your way through that area. There's another new problem in Vancouver, this time westbound on Highway 1 through the Cassiar Tunnel. They are inside the tube right now, westbound Highway 1 inside the Cassiar Tunnel, so it looks like just at the south end here. So watch out for that delay as you travel through. There's an eastbound delay right now on Highway 1 through the North Shore from Lynn Valley Road all the way down to the Ironworkers across that span through the Cassiar Tunnel. Through Vancouver into Burnaby, and that heavy volume will continue all the way towards Kensington and steady after that all the way into that Burnaby Lake stretch, but that is all just morning congestion or afternoon congestion at this point. There is a crash on Oak southbound at 71st, as I mentioned before. This has been here all afternoon, guys, and hasn't gone anywhere. Traffic right now on Oak Street south is slow from 49th Avenue. Granville, because of this, is also very busy southbound through the Marpole stretch from 457th. Also because of this, Park and 70th and Southwest Marine Drive from Canby all the way in towards basically Fraser Park. Very busy at this point, so give yourself lots of extra time through this Marpole area of South Vancouver. Yikes. To make matters worse, the Knight Street Bridge dealing with its own issue. It's roadwork on Knight. This is between 53rd and 64th Avenue. And it's got traffic affected in both directions. Southbound right now on Knight, lining up from before 49th Avenue all the way pretty much into Richmond. Northbound Knight Street Bridge, lining up off the 91 all the way up pretty much into Vancouver, all the way up towards 57th Avenue. So give yourself time there. Southeast Marine Drive between Kerr and Fraser, busy both directions because of this road work as well. So yikes! Give yourself extra time through this area as well. I had a bite of dinner before I came back in here to my studios, because my room is just off the kitchen. And now I was looking for another bite. It's almost dinner time, guys. It's almost dinner time. Mission Bridge. I did hear about something around the Mission Bridge as well. Did I hear something about the Mission Bridge? Mission Bridge. Mission Bridge. No, I think we're okay. We're okay at the Mission Bridge. All right. Election day. Gone out and voted yet? Hopefully you've gone out and voted. Exercise your democratic right. Thank you for doing that, if you have. All right. Enough of that. Let's get into the major route report. Let's see what's up with your afternoon commute. If you're on the Upper Levels Highway right now, believe it or not, you're easing up nicely here. Believe it or not, on the Upper Levels Highway, you're looking pretty good. Pretty much between Lonsdale and Horseshoe Bay and back again. Absolutely no delays, which is good. You are busy down the cut, though, from Lynn Valley Road all the way down towards the Ironworkers Bridge. So heads up there, as that's all just congestion at this point. Main Street's still backing up here off of Cotton Road from before Brooksbank. That's also just congestion there. Lionsgate traffic right now, as you have a quick look, 2 lanes south now, 1 lane northbound. They need it for southbound too. You're steady on Marine Drive, both east and west, trying to get on towards the Lionsgate. Steady south across the span until you get to mid-span, where you're heavy from there all the way up to Georgia at Denman. So yeah, lots of big delays despite 2 lanes. Actually, no, they just flipped the counterflow, so they're going to get this back to the northbound folks. Heads up there. Northbound across the Lionsgate is fine. You guys are a little bit busy on Georgia West, though, from just around, well, we'll call that Butte, or Thurlow, all the way to Lost Lagoon. So heads up there as well. Downtown Bridges, well, Burrard's getting better. A little bit of delay northbound northbound at the north end and southbound at the south end, but that's about it. Granville's been behaving itself all day. No real big delays on the Granville Street Bridge. Just some slowdowns off the downtown core here, southbound on Howe near Drake, but that's due to road work. Cambie Street Bridge. Looks like road work here affecting both directions, messing up traffic too out of the downtown core and on Cambie Street through the Broadway area, so watch out for that delay as well. Westbound routes in and out of Vancouver. Hastings still pretty busy eastbound between Clark and Renfrew. First Avenue kind of a mess still off of Terminal Avenue eastbound going all the way to Rupert, so give yourself time along First Avenue. Broadway leading is very busy as well, essentially from South Granville all the way pretty much up to Rupert as well. 12th Street very busy approaching City Hall. You guys have lineups here from Spruce up past Cambie, then after that not too bad onto 12th till you transition onto Grandview Highway from like basically commercial all the way to Renfrew. Kingsway is pretty busy through Mount Pleasant up towards Metrotown and back again, so watch out for that. 41st Avenue pretty much busy between Cambie and Rupert, both directions. That's east and west as well, so heads up through that stretch too. Southbound delays right now pretty prevalent along routes like Knight Street, trying to get towards the Knight Street Bridge thanks to road work. Main Street southbound near 49th. Cambie's okay. Oaks southbound dealing with a crash that they happen all day at 71st. Southbound traffic is still slow from 49th. Granville is taking the brunt of this volume as well. You guys are backing up here pretty much from Dogwood down towards the Arthur Lang Bridge. Bridges themselves getting better. The Arthur Lang is steady both directions. Bit busy on Grant McConaughey east here from, looks like just as you approach Russ Baker. Russ Baker slow from the Flight Path Park heads up. Southbound Oak is fine. Northbound is a little bit steady approaching the north end. Knight Street Bridge sucks both sides thanks to the road work on the Knight Street side of the Knight Street Bridge on the Vancouver side, so watch out. East-west connector is steady westbound right now from before the train overpass going all the way to basically 6th Road, and then busy on the 91 trying to get onto the 99 as well. Eastbound on the east-west connector, slow from 5 Road all the way up to 7 Road, then steady after that all the way through the S-curve, where you're heavy from the S-curve all the way to the Addison Channel Bridge. There's a crash on the east-west connector eastbound just after Westminster Highway. That's why you're kind of lined up through that area. 99 southbound into the Massey Tunnel, despite your 3 lanes, lining up off the 91 all the way to Steveston Highway. Steady after that all the way to Delta. 99 northbound with your 1 lane, backing up from 17A into the 2, but that's not that bad. 99 south out of Delta, busy from south of the 17, heavy from south of that trunk up towards the 91, then steady from that all the way up pretty much to King George into South Surrey. 91 itself southbound, busy from north of Highway 10 down towards the 99. That's just congestion. Highway 10 itself busy off the 91 towards Scott Road, and then Highway 10 as it does throughout the day here, throughout the afternoon, pretty much between King George and 192nd. A gong show. Give yourself a long time along that stretch of Highway 10. Same story for 64th, always approaching 176 southbound. Flippin' ridiculous. From 96th Avenue at the top of the hill all the way down to Howards Highway 10, forget about it. I've got delays right now southbound along 128th from 104th to 80th Avenue, King George from Fraser Highway to 84th Avenue. You've got delays on 152 from basically just after the mall, going all the way to 88th Avenue, and 160th is busy from 104th Avenue down towards 88th, so very busy traffic still in Surrey. Fraser Highway kind of a mess from the Green Timber stretch to Willowbrook Mall and back again thanks to constant road work, so watch out for that delay as well. 200 southbound slow approaching Willowbrook from 72nd, 200 northbound slow approaching the LEC from 72nd. 208 northbound is backing up right now off of Muffer Crescent towards 72 in both ways on Glover Road approaching Crush Crescent, very busy yet again today, so heads up there. Okay, you have delays on Highway 1 eastbound through Surrey in towards Langley. Lots of that is all just congestion and road expansion. That continues pretty much from 160th all the way to 264th, westbound from 264th up to Glover Road for road expansion as well. Let's see here. Pitt River Bridge traffic steady eastbound right now. You guys are pretty busy here as you approach Old Duty Trunk, and that volume will continue to Harris Road. Steady after that to Golden Ears Way, where you're heavy from Lougheed Highway from Golden Ears Way all the way up to basically 216th. No real big delays on Duty Trunk, just delays through downtown between 222 and 232. You got delays on Golden Ears Way from Lougheed Highway back up to 210th, but not too bad on 128th or Golden Ears Way. Haney Bypass busy eastbound right now, basically from the Lougheed back towards the 225th stretch there, and after that you're fine. Lougheed Highway is not bad through Maple Ridge until you get to just through Whatcom from just after Spilsbury, where you're slow from there all the way through Ruskin thanks to the road expansion heads up there. And it's also watch out in Mission. Lougheed Highway approaching Nelson's got the left turn lane blocked off thanks to their crash, and you guys are backing up as well, pretty much just before the Scary Ferry there, so just after it anyway, so watch out for that delay too. And there you go. That is your major route report. Don't forget, if you're traveling north through the Cassiar Tunnel, the right lane is blocked off thanks to a stalled vehicle, so keep that one in mind if you're making your way towards the Cassiar Tunnel. Cassiar Tunnel out of Vancouver right now is steady from First Avenue. A little bit busy at the south end where the stall is sitting, but after that, you're fine. Biggest delay on Highway 1 would be through North Vancouver into Burnaby right now, from Lynn Valley Road all the way pretty much up towards Kensington. Things are pretty heavy and steady there. Watch out. Busy at both sides of the Lions Gate as well, trying to make your way off the North Shore to downtown. 2 lanes north, 1 lane south, southbound across the Lions Gate Bridge. Very busy. Crash is still in Vancouver on Oak, southbound at 71st. The Marpole stretch from Oak and Granville, very busy southbound. Busy east and west along routes like 70th and Park and southwest Marine Drive as well. Give yourself some time through that area too. Let us go now to the BC Ferry conditions. Traveling to the BC Ferries today. Well, almost time to wrap up the BC Ferries for the day today. Almost time. All right, let us now do the BC Ferries. Sorry, I was doing something else there. I'll start off with the Tsawwassen to Sports Bay run. The next one is 6 o'clock at 54% sold. There's 7 o'clock at 58% sold. Sports Bay to Tsawwassen, their next sailing is going to be at 6 p.m. That one, no, it's not at 7 p.m. That one's 68% sold. They're 9 p.m. at 78%. Tsawwassen to Duke Point. Next sailing for them is going to be at 5:45. That one has sold out completely. They're 8:15, 3/4 full. Duke Point to Tsawwassen next sailing. That one's going to be at 5:45. That's sold out. They're 8:15 at 67%. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay. Next sailing for them is 6:35. That's sold out. They're 10:10 at 31%. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay. Next sailing is 5:55. That's sold out. They're 8:45. It's at 47%. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale. Next sailing for the Sunshine Coast will be at 5:30. That one's at 15%. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay. Next sailing is going to be at 5:25 at 3/4 full. As far as the border is concerned, not that bad at the border. 10 to 15 minutes south of the Peace Arch for the general purpose travelers, 10 minutes north. No waits to the Pack Highway north and south right now, but it looks awfully wet down there. Aldergrove north and south, 5 to 10. Sumas north and south, 5 to 10 minutes as well. Commercial vehicles at the Pack Highway, if you're headed south, that's about a 10-minute wait. Northbound commercial travelers, 15 to 20 minutes. Border wait times are estimates, of course, and yes, they change all the time. Part of the reason why it's so busy out there is due to the weather and a couple of crashes to watch out for. One of those crashes being on Oak Street southbound at 71st Avenue. That's been here pretty much since 2 o'clock this morning. Pardon me, 2 o'clock this afternoon. I'm going to have to get the morning thing out of my head here. Is what I'm going to have to do. Need a swear jar or something for the morning. Every time I say morning. Every time I say morning, I give somebody a sub. How about that? Anyway, yeah, this crash has been here all afternoon since like 2 o'clock. Oak Street southbound, slow from 49th all the way to the Oak Street Bridge. Heads up there. Granville suffering because of this. Everybody avoiding Oak. You guys are steady from 52nd, heavy from Park all the way to the Arthur Lang Bridge. Knight Street dealing with its own issues here and all the extra volume now, as Knight Street at this point has got their roadwork going on between 63rd and 54th. It's got southbound traffic right now lining up from 47th Avenue all the way down to the Knight Street Bridge, so big time delays there. Northbound Knight's also affected by this off the 91 up towards just around 57th. There's a crash on the 91 in Richmond eastbound after Westminster Highway. That's got traffic slow eastbound, pretty much in pockets from Knight all the way to the Annacis Channel Bridge. Watch yourself from the east-west connector eastbound. In terms of the weather today, well, what you see is what you get for the rest of the night tonight. Some rain ending before the morning, then showers the rest of the way with lows down to 8 degrees, and those showers will continue until Tuesday. but clear by the afternoon with highs just around 16 degrees. Wednesday, sunshine, highs of 19 near the water. Thursday, sunshine, highs of 24 degrees. Friday looks like showers, highs of 16. Saturday, clouds, highs of 15. Right now outside YVR, mostly cloudy and 10 degrees. Oh yes, Crunk. Afternoon traffic from now until I say when. Right here on Rove Traffic Vancouver. We have changed the name because we're no longer just on Twitch. We're also on YouTube as well. I've sent out an email this afternoon for the YouTube link. Go check it out. And we're simulcasting both on YouTube and Twitch. Expanding our horizons, my friends. Expanding our horizons. Remember, if you're new to the stream, if you're new to both streams, follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. If you want to help the channel out, subscribe on Twitch, super chat on YouTube. By all means, do so. All right, crash on the east-west connector after Westminster Highway. It's got eastbound traffic slow in pockets from Knight all the way to the Annacis Channel Bridge, so watch out for that. Huge delays right now at both sides of the Queensboro Bridge. Marine Drive eastbound, slow from before Burn. Stewartson Way westbound, slow from before 3rd. 20th down the hill, so off of Griffith 10th and Southridge. Southridge Drive is backing up from the SkyTrain depot, so lots of big time delays there. Give yourself lots of extra time around the Queensboro Bridge. Still got that crash in Vancouver, Oak Street southbound at 73rd. That's causing some big delays on Oak southbound from 49th, from Granville southbound from before 57th, on Southwest Marine Drive, both east and west, as you transition off of 70th onto Southwest Marine Drive, and Park as well. So give yourself lots of extra time to the Marpole area of Vancouver. It's still very busy in the valley on Highway 1 through Surrey and to Langley and back again, and that is all because of the road expansion. This stretch, believe it or not, traffic is getting much better through this area. I'm sorry to hear that, D-Rack. And yes, you are absolutely right. Everything around Knight Street at this point is a complete gong show thanks to the road work going on. Basically between 59th and 63rd Avenue, lane closures there in both directions. That's going on for months, my friends, so give yourself lots of extra time as you travel through this area. And yes, there's still got that crash at Oak Street southbound at 71st Avenue. All right, 20 minutes after 5 o'clock. I've been talking for a long time, and I'm going to go steal another bite here. So I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back from that break, we're going to go over all those major routes once again. Stay tuned. We're back with more just after this. Okay. Highway 1 eastbound is, yes, wow, Steph Kev. Highway 1 eastbound was dealing with an earlier problem near 232nd. That has since cleared out of the way completely. But traffic is still busy from 176 going all the way, and I mean all the way up to 264th. That is because of the road expansion now, all going through the area and everybody making their way home. So give yourself lots of extra time through that area. It's very busy through that stretch. And yes, SevKev, 176 South, way worse than Highway 1 East at this point. That 176 South is lining up from Highway 1, and that volume will continue, and I mean continue, all the way to 64th Avenue. Trying to get into Cloverdale, just a mess at this point. 64th Avenue, both directions, from 188 to 168th is garbage. 150, Highway 10 is garbage at this point, both directions, between 192 and 160th as well. So give yourself lots of extra time through this part of Surrey. All of that, my friends, all just congestion. The incidents around town easing up a little bit, a couple of them anyway. We still have that crash right now on Oak Street southbound at 71st Avenue, causing big delays to the Marpole stretch for both Oak and Granville. Big delays southbound for sure. East and west along routes like 70th and southwest Marine Drive and Park are also extremely busy, all thanks to this one problem that's been there since 2 o'clock this afternoon. So we're pushing 3.5 hours on this thing, guys. So yeah, volume definitely reflects that. So give yourself the time. To make matters worse, the Knight Street Bridge dealing with its own issue. It's a road work going on between 59th and 63rd Avenue. Not only some delays southbound on Knight from north of 49th Avenue, but you also got northbound Knight delays off the 91. And you've got southeast Marine Drive delays east and west. Eastbound slow in pockets from Main Street. Westbound just heavy and steady from Kerr all the way to Knight. Give yourself lots of extra time if you're traveling through that area. And let D-Rack park, damn it. My boy wants to go home. You're listening to Rove Traffic Vancouver, Vancouver's only traffic podcast. Simulcast on both Twitch and YouTube. If you're on Twitch, please hit that follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, hit that subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, hit that super chat button. Really help out the channel a lot, muchly please. Can I even get super chats on YouTube? I don't even know if I can do that yet. I think I have to get a lot more followers and shit before I get that stuff on YouTube. But for now, support me on Twitch. Believe it or not, it's getting better out there. I'm having trouble believing it, but believe it or not, it's getting better out there. $1,000 subs and 4,000 watched hours. It's day one, guys. It's day one. We got this. We got this. It's day one. I was expecting to, break out day one. YouTube. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But yes, working from home is the goal. All right. Let's get into that major route report. Believe it or not, it is getting better out there on the Upper Levels Highway. Pretty much from Horseshoe Bay to Lynn Valley Road and back again. You guys are very good on the Upper Levels Highway. No big delays. Now, the Upper Levels Highway is still busy eastbound, steady from Lynn Valley Road, and heavy from before Mountain Highway to Main Street. But that, like I said, is getting better. Main Street itself is getting better eastbound, just steady from Brooksbank and a little bit heavy from just around Lynn Avenue. But that seems to be about it there. No problems east or westbound on the Upper Levels Highway from La Cut all the way to Horseshoe Bay. Now, the Lionsgate traffic, you know what? Not bad either. Taylor Way coming down the hill is a little bit slow approaching Marine. Marine Drive is slow from Taylor Way up onto the bridge deck. Cap Road is slow around that Cloverleaf, or Marine Drive west of Cap Road is the trick right now. It's not too bad getting onto that Lionsgate Bridge. The Lionsgate Bridge right now itself, 2 lanes north, 1 lane south. That's why you're a little bit busy at the north end. Northbound traffic isn't bad across the span, just a little bit steady through the causeway, and that's about it. Downtown Bridges doing mostly okay. Burrard's busy southbound at the south end. Granville's fine both directions. Cabby's busy both directions right now thanks to their road work, so heads up there. The viaducts are okay for now out of the downtown core. Ironworkers traffic steady both ways across the span. There was an incident on Highway 1 to the Cassiar Tunnel at the south end here. That was a stall. That one looks like it's gone as traffic is no longer busy through the Cassiar Tunnel west/north. Southbound Cassiar Tunnel, eastbound Highway 1 is busy. Pretty much from the mouth of the tube going all the way up to past Willingdon. Steady after that all the way through the Burnaby Lake stretch to about North Road or so. Traffic in Vancouver right now, southbound, pretty busy on Boundary Road, making your way towards Imperial from Grandview Highway. Southbound delays right now along Clark, transitioning on to Knight, Great Northern Way and 12th. And then Knight's pretty busy at this point thanks to the road work between, we'll call that 49th Avenue and mid-span of the Knight Street Bridge. Fraser's not bad, a little bit busy here, southbound approaching 49th, but that's about it. Same story from Main Street. Canby's okay, busy near 41st Avenue. Oak sucks still from 49th down towards 71st. That is because of that crash there, so watch out. Granville sucks southbound as well because everybody's avoiding Oak. You guys have delays from 52nd Avenue right to the Arthur Lang Bridge. Southwest Marine Drive eastbound, so from 57th up towards Granville. And then eastbound delays continue on to 70th right towards Southwest Marine Drive. Westbound 70th slow from Southwest Marine Drive right up to Oak as well. Park Drive eastbound slow from Granville to Oak. Don't go this way. Because of the problem on the north side of the bridge deck, the Oak Street Bridge itself is in great shape both directions. Arthur Lang's pretty busy at both ends, thanks to everybody avoiding the Oak Street Bridge, so heads up there. The Knight Street Bridge is pretty heavy and steady both ways, thanks to the road work going on the Vancouver side, so watch out for that too. Highway 99 towards the Massey Tunnel is very busy right now southbound, despite your 3 lanes. You're slow from Westminster Highway all the way to the tube, so watch out for that. Northbound with your 1 lane, only bridging from the 17A. Alex Fraser's eased out completely both directions. 91 and Delta busy southbound right now from before Highway 10 to the 99. The 99 south out of Delta right now is kind of steady from 80th all the way in towards King George Boulevard, but nothing too bad. East-west connector is kind of bad eastbound right now. Pretty much pockets of volume from 6th Road all the way to east of Westminster Highway. There's a crash here blocking out the left lane, and that one's been here a while, so give yourself plenty of extra time through this stretch, please. It's very busy towards the Queensboro Bridge at all sides. Northbound on the 91A, still backing up here from the pedestrian overpass right to the Howes on-ramp. Eastbound on Marineway through Burnaby, still busy from before Burn Road all the way to the Queensboro Bridge. Westbound Stewartson lining up here from 3rd, 20th down the hill, still backing up onto Southbridge and 10th and Griffiths. Give yourself lots of extra time through that part of New Westminster. It's also busy in New Westminster on the routes like 10th Avenue between 12th Street and McBride. That's both directions. Still busy downtown New Westminster on Royal Avenue between 3rd and I guess that would be Stewartson Way. And Columbia's getting better. Front's getting better, so not too bad there. Patello Bridge is in pretty good shape, both directions. Just busy on McBride northbound between 6th and 8th, and that seems to be about it now. That's getting much better as we speak. Hastings Street through Burnaby still busy in pockets both directions between Delta and Cassiar, but not too bad after that. East and west towards the Barnett Highway, which is in fine shape between Port Moody and Burnaby and back again. Lougheed still busy eastbound through Burnaby right now from before or after Boundary up towards like Delta Avenue. That's just pockets of volume through the light systems. Also some heavy volume eastbound between Underhill and Gallardi, but that's all extra congestion. Eastbound Lougheed through Coquitlam, not too bad until you get to about United where you're slow from there all the way up towards looks like that's due to Yarcoma Lake Avenue, so be prepared for that. Lougheed Highway through Poco busy both directions through the light systems between Coquitlam Center and the Pitt River Bridge as well. Maryhill Bypass busy eastbound from United all the way up to Shaughnessy, and after that a little bit slow between Pitt River Road and Kingsway, but that's about it. Eastbound and westbound delays to the lights, but that's about it for the Maryhill Bypass. The Pitt River Bridge in great shape both directions, no real problems. You are still busy through Pitt Meadows, so on the Lougheed Highway, pockets of volume eastbound between Old Dudley Trunk and basically Golden Ears Way. So busy right now through Maple Ridge on the Lougheed Highway east from Golden Ears Way up towards Lady Street. So busy eastbound on the Haney Bypass from 222 deck down towards 225th. So watch out for that slowdown. Dudley Trunk getting much better. A little bit busy right now between 222 and 232, but that's about it. Golden Ears Way is still busy from Lougheed Highway eastbound all the way up to 210th. That's all just extra traffic. After 210th, you move well on 128th and Abernathy Way. Lougheed Highway busy eastbound through Wannock into Ruskin thanks to the road expansion. That's about it. There was a crash on the Lougheed through Mission near Nelson. They had the left turn lane blocked off. Looks like you're still steady here as you approach that intersection as well. No problems at all across the Port Mann Bridge in either direction. It's still extremely stupid out of Surrey on 176th Street southbound from 96th Avenue all the way down to Highway 10. Stupid busy right now on the Fraser Highway between 152 and 192. Still stupid busy on 64th between 168th and 192nd. Still stupid busy on Highway 10. In pockets eastbound off the 91 towards 132. Yikes. And then again eastbound again from 160th all the way to 176. So give yourself some time through Surrey. Langley traffic easing up a little bit. Still busy down 200th and 208th, making your way towards 72nd. Still busy on Glover Road both ways near the Milner area, approaching Crush Crescent as well. Highway 1 eastbound, kind of slow and steady thanks to the road expansion from 176 all the way up to the Bradner Rest area. Yikes, westbound delays pretty much from 264th up to Glover Road. And that is your major route report. "96 is the trick," Sevkev says. Yes, it is pretty good on 96th Avenue in a couple of spots. Kind of bad in some other areas, like through Port Kells, though, between 192 and 208. It's been like that most of the morning as everybody was avoiding Highway 1, so watch yourself along that stretch, please. All right, so apparently all of eastbound traffic is blocked off on the Lougheed near Nelson except the left turn lane. So everything is blocked but the left turn lane here on Highway 7 eastbound. So watch out for that, making your way in towards Mission there. If you're making your way to the island today, you know what? Better hurry. Things are busy today. Tawassa to Sports Bay, next sailing is going to be at 6 o'clock. It's not that bad. It's 54% sold. At 7 o'clock, it's 55%. Sports Bay to Tawassa, next sailing is at 7 o'clock. That was 71% sold. The 9 o'clock at 79%. Tawassa to Duke Point off to Nanaimo that way. Their next sailing is sold out at 5:45. They're 8:15, 3/4 full. Duke Point to Tawassa, their next sailing is at 5:45. That's sold out. They're 8:15 at 67%. Horseshoe Bay we go. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale next sailing is going to be at 5:30. It's 40% sold. The 750 is well below half. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay next sailing. That one's going to be about 54 minutes late. So about another 45 minutes to go for this one. For their 525, it's 77%. They're 640 right now, 33%. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay for off to Nanaimo that way. Looks to me like the next sailing for them is sold out at 6:35. They're 10:10 at 32%. That's the last one of the day. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay, 5:55 is sold out as well. Their last one is 8:45. That's 47% sold for the moment. Not too bad for the border lineup right now. Peace Arch crossing north and south, about 10 to 15 minutes in both directions. 5 to 10 north and south for the Pack Highway for the general purpose travelers. Aldergrove north and south, 5 to 10 minutes. Suas north and south, 5 to 10 minutes as well. Pack Highway commercial vehicles southbound, I see no waits. Northbound commercial travelers, about 10 to 15 minutes. Border wait times are estimates, of course. Yes, they change all the time. Problem through the Stanley Park Causeway. Northbound vehicle stall has the right lane blocked off just north of Lost Lagoon. So it looks like everybody's sliding over to the middle lane to get by. So traffic right now is very busy northbound through Stanley Park. This one is lining up westbound from Butte. So watch out for that delay. A little bit steady southbound right now with your one lane as well. So watch out for the stall northbound through the Stanley Park Causeway. Reminder, vehicle incident crash. Highway 7 eastbound at Nelson has all eastbound lanes blocked but the left turn lane. Traffic barely squeezing through there, so watch out for that one on the Lougheed Highway eastbound. You guys are a little bit backed up, making your way towards Nelson, but that's about it. And there's road work to watch out for, and a crash in Vancouver. The crash is in Vancouver on Oak Street southbound at 71st. Has been here all morning. You're still slow southbound from 49th Avenue. The road work is on Knight Street between 59th and 63rd Avenue. This is messing up traffic north and south towards the Knight Street Bridge, and east and west on Southeast Marine Drive as well. So lots of volume delays throughout Metro Vancouver at this point. Give yourself plenty of extra time. Vancouver weather tonight. The rain that we see out there is to turn to showers before the morning with lows down to 8 degrees. And those showers will for tonight continue into tomorrow morning until the afternoon We'll see clear skies in the afternoon with highs up to 16 degrees for Tuesday. Wednesday, sunshine, highs of 15 near the water, 19 degrees inland. Thursday, sunshine, highs of 19 near the water, 24 degrees inland. And Friday, showers, highs of 16. Saturday, cloudy, highs of 15. Right now, outside, YVR, mostly cloudy and 10 degrees. Problem in the Stanley Park Causeway, northbound after Lost Lagoon. They got the right lane blocked off and using the middle lane to get around it, so give yourself some time there. Want to see it? Want to see it? Yeah, you do. Here's what it looks like. No, that poor Mercedes there, all stalled out and trying to get through. So watch out for this one northbound to the Stanley Park Causeway, please. Other issue out there is in Vancouver on Oak Street, southbound at 71st. Looks like you're still down to one lane southbound on Oak. It's causing not only delays southbound on Oak from 49th Avenue, but Granville southbound is also very busy from before 57th. Southeast and southwest Marine Drive busy, both directions trying to make your way into that Marpole area, so watch out. And then there's roadwork in Vancouver on Knight between 59th and 63rd Avenue. You have big delays right now on Knight southbound before 49th Avenue, 57th both ways approaching Knight is very busy. Southeast Marine Drive approaching Knight very busy with westbound lining up from Kerr. Yourself lots of extra time through that area as well. If I've missed anything out there, my friends, if there's anything new for us, you know what to do. Hit us up via the socials on X or Twitch or YouTube. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to super chat. If you're on Twitch, hit that follow button. Don't forget to subscribe. Really help the channel out here on Rove Traffic Vancouver. What we'll do right now, is we'll take a quick break. When we come back from that break, we're going to see what's going on with the rest of the Vancouver afternoon rush, and we'll jump into whatever else we're jumping in afterwards as well, just before 6 o'clock. You're listening to Rove Traffic Vancouver. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute, every weekday at 3 p.m. Back with more right after this. Another cryptic tweet. Well, not really cryptic. Another tweet from TransLink BC. I really wish they'd give out more information. But it says the 122nd Street Station Marpole is experiencing delays due to traffic. Where does the Marpole bus go from? Right here. It's very busy in the Marpole area right now. What do you mean right here, Jeffries? What are you talking about? I meant like right here. It's a Marple area. All stemming from an incident on Oak Street southbound at 71st Avenue that's been there since the 2 o'clock hour today, guys. So we're running up on 4 hours on this thing. Southbound traffic is still slow from 57th Avenue down towards Southwest Marine Drive. Granville Street actually is busy as well from 53rd down towards the Arthur Lang Bridge. Southwest Marine Drive eastbound backing up from before Arbutus. Transitioning onto 70th all the way to Southwest Marine Drive again, and then westbound 70th Avenue, so from Southwest Marine Drive right up to Granville. So not the best in the area. Watch out as you travel through the area there. Southwest Marine Drive is also backing up pretty much from Columbia all the way up to Canby. So yikes, very busy traffic through this area. Give yourself plenty of extra time. Not helping matters as much as the roadwork going on Knight Street South between 59th and 63rd Avenue. Lane closures in both directions. This is causing some delays southbound on Knight from before 49th. And Southeast Marine Drive, west from Kerr and east from Fraser. Like I said, give yourself plenty of extra time through these areas, my friends. Still busy around the Queensboro Bridge. There's an accident on the east-west connector eastbound just after Westminster Highway. It's got traffic slow through the S-curve going all the way pretty much up to the crash site, so watch out for that. The traffic around the Queensboro Bridge still very busy as well. 91A northbound slow from the pedestrian overpass up onto the house on-ramp. Stewartson way off the new west side, backing up westbound from basically 3rd to the Queensboro Cloverleaf. 20th down the hill, still backing up off of Southridge Griffiths, so watch out for that. And then Marine Way eastbound is backing up here out of Burnie from before Burn Road all the way to the Queensboro. So still heavy traffic through that area as well. Give yourself plenty of extra time there. Everything else just congestion delays, and thankfully easing up as people decide to head for home there. So that is good news. Oh, and speaking of good news, I got more good news. That incident on the east-west connector eastbound just after Westminster Highway, it's been cleared. It is out of the way and now gone. There we go. Good luck, cool dude. Have fun. Get that sticker. I didn't get a sticker today. I wanted a sticker. They didn't give me a sticker. Oh well. I'm fine. Go vote. It actually matters this time around here in Pacific times. So your vote will actually matter today. So go ahead and go do that. Thank you very much, cool dude. Thanks for tuning in for the inaugural edition of Rove Traffic Vancouver. Much appreciated. Thanks for being one of the OGs. All right. Let's run down the last major route report before we kick off and grab some dinner, shall we? Let's do it. Upper Levels Highway looking fantastic now. No big delays on the Upper Levels Highway, pretty much from the Ironworkers, from the Cassiar Tunnel all the way to Horseshoe Bay and back again. The Upper Levels Highway looks fantastic up and down the cut. Not so bad. No problems for the Ironworkers. No delays, really. Northbound to the Cassiar Tunnel. Southbound still affected by congestion, but that's getting better as we speak to the Cassiar Tunnel. Lionsgate traffic, well, there's a stall here on the Stanley Park Causeway northbound, north of Lost Lagoon in the right lane here. So they got to use the middle lane to get through. Traffic westbound on Georgia lining up at this point from Thurlow all the way through the Causeway, and then a little bit steady both ways across the Lionsgate here. And the Lionsgate has 2 lanes north, 1 lane south thanks to the stall, so give yourself time as you cross from downtown to the West Van and back again. As I mentioned, Highway 1 to the Cassiar Tunnel is very busy. That leads right into Burnaby, right up to about Grandview Highway. Then you're steady from Grandview Highway going all the way to the Burnaby Lake stretch, all the way to Coquitlam to Brunette. So watch out for that. Highway 1 eastbound, westbound Highway 1 has eased up completely. Eastbound traffic and westbound traffic on routes like Hastings and 1st Avenue and Broadway and 12th leading on to Grandview are still very busy. Kingsway, both directions between Mount Pleasant and basically Joyce Street are very busy both ways as well. Have delays eastbound, westbound along 41st through their light system between Rupert and East Boulevard and Kerrisdale. Watch out for that along 41st. Southbound delays trying to make your way out of Vancouver at this point. Granville, one of the worst. You guys are slow right now from 53rd down towards the Arthur Lang Bridge. You're steady south across the Arthur Lang and north across the Arthur Lang as well. Lots of this stemming from the volume delays on Oak Street. You guys are backing up here from 47th Avenue down towards 71st Avenue. That's because of a crash that's been there since the 2 o'clock hour, so watch yourself there. The southbound delays are pretty prevalent. Northbound slow off the Oak Street Bridge all the way pretty much into Vancouver to 57th as well, so heads up there as well. Southwest Marine Drive eastbound from Arbutus leading on to 70th is backing up pretty solid. 70th eastbound is slow between Granville and Southwest Marine Drive. Southwest Marine Drive to Oak along 70th, also very busy. Southwest Marine Drive westbound pretty much from Columbia Street all the way up to the Arthur Lang. Extremely busy there, all thanks to that problem on Oak at 71st. Give yourself lots of extra time. Richmond traffic. Now that the east-west connector crash is gone, east of Westminster Highway, you guys are still steady from the S-curve up towards the Alex Fraser, but getting better. Westminster Highway still busy from 7 Road up towards Nelson, but that's been like that all day today. Watch out. We also have delays 99 south from Blundell into the Massey Tunnel, despite 3 lanes southbound. Heads up there, 1 lane northbound steady from the 17A. 99 south also busy right now from Ladner Trunk all the way to King George Boulevard on Delta South 3, but that's all just congestion. 91 southbound slow from before Highway 10 to the 99. Speaking of Delta, eastbound along 64th from Westview to Scott Road. 72nd eastbound busy from 112th to Scott Road. Highway 10 busy off of Ladner Trunk to Scott Road. Give yourself time through that part of Delta, of course. Did I mention the Queensboro sucks? It does. 91A northbound, steady from the pedestrian overpass, heavy from the Howes off-ramp to the Howes on-ramp, still busy on Marine Way eastbound from before Burn Road to the Cloverleaf of the Queensboro, still busy on Stewartson Way westbound, from 5th Avenue to the Cloverleaf, still busy down the 20th off of 10th and Southbridge and Griffiths, so watch out for that heading towards Stewartson. 10th Avenue itself busy both ways between Kingsway and McBride. McBride north and south, a little bit busy through Queens Park, but not too bad. The Patello Bridge is eased off nicely in both directions. Hastings Street, not too bad through Burnaby between the Cassiar Connector and Willingdon. Lougheed still busy through Burnaby between Boundary and Delta, so heads up there. Barnett Highway is not too bad between Burnaby and Port Moody and back again, so you look good. Lougheed through Coquitlam doing okay from North Road to United. A little bit busy approaching Como Lake there, but I think that's just congestion. That's about it. The Lougheed through Poco, busy through the light system between Westwood and Pitt River Road. Eastbound of the Maryhill bypass is eased up completely. No more big delays. Westbound slow through the light system, but that's just normal stuff. Pitt River Bridge is eased up nicely. So is the Lougheed through Pitt Meadows and steady volume to Harrison. That's all now. No problems across the Golden Ears Bridge in either direction. Looks like things are still busy on the Lougheed from Golden Ears Way all the way to 216th, and still busy on the Haney bypass right now between Lougheed Highway and 225th. So watch out for that. Not too bad along Duty Trunk today. Golden Ears Way is still busy from Lougheed Highway back up towards 210th. Once you get to 128th and Abernathy Way, you're fine. Lougheed Highway through Ruskin or through Wanacke to Ruskin, steady thanks to the road expansion, but that's all there. You still have that crash on the Lougheed eastbound at Nelson. Eastbound pretty much blocked off but the left turn lane, so that's why traffic is so slow through that area. Watch yourself through that stretch too. The Mission Bridge is pretty good southbound. Some plates at the south end of the north end slowing you down northbound, but that's about it. Highway 1 traffic pretty much through Surrey, steady from before 192. That will go all the way up towards Bradner with some heavy traffic between 232 and 264th. Westbound still got some delays here between 248th and Glover Road. All right, getting better for the afternoon. West is full speed on Highway 1. Perfect. We'll take that. Getting better. Getting much better as we make our way around Metro Vancouver in this late afternoon here. So that is fantastic as we transition towards the evening here. Don't forget, you guys still have about an hour and 50 minutes. Is it till 8 today to vote? Pretty sure it's until 8 today to vote, so by all means go do that. Of course, vote. What else to talk about? Let's see. NHL hockey, if you're interested. 7 westbound is all good? Okay, good. 7 westbound is all good. Perfect. Right now. NHL hockey, current scores. End of the second period, the Lightning are leading the Panthers 2-1. With Florida up 2-1 in the series. Looks like the only other game today is the late game, and I say that with quotation marks because it's in Dallas. That game starts at 6:30 versus the Avalanche. That series is tied at 2-2. Yeah, I did my best. I tried, Steph Kev. It was actually a very conscious thought. Yesterday, Oilers did what they thought they were going to do and tied the series up 2-2. They went on OT yesterday versus the Kings. They're still in that middle of the series. Toronto on the verge of elimination as they're up 3-1 versus the Senators, but we all know Toronto. So they'll lose in 7. Let's see what else to talk about. Vancouver Whitecaps? Yeah, let's talk about the Whitecaps. Destroying destroying Minnesota 3-1 yesterday to solidify top spot, not only the Western Conference MLS, but also like the whole MLS. Whitecaps first. Very good, very good. Whitecaps having a fantastic season. Their next game for the Whitecaps, by the way. Their next game will be on Wednesday in Miami. That one will be for the second leg of the CONCACAF Champions Cup, and Vancouver is up pretty good on that one. They need to score a couple of away goals to solidify it, but Vancouver having a fantastic season, so there we go. Let's get back to traffic here. I'm still waiting for the good news that Oak Street has been cleared at 71st. It hasn't. Traffic is still very busy on Oak Street southbound from 49th down towards the Oak Street Bridge. Heads up there. Granville Street still busy from 54th down towards the Arthur Lang as well. And thanks to the roadwork on Knight Street, it's not very good either here. Between 59th and 63rd, delays in both directions. Southbound slow from basically just around 47th. Northbound slow off the Knight Street Bridge here from south of Canby all the way up towards 49th Avenue. So lots of big delays along Knight still as well. Good news to the Stanley Park Causeway. The stall that was there north of Los Lagoon has now been cleared and out of the way. Traffic is starting to recover nicely across the Lionsgate Bridge. Right now the lane configuration is 2 lanes north and 1 lane south. Everything else is just congestion delays around Metro Vancouver. Still awful on 176th Street southbound from 88th down towards basically Highway 10. So give yourself time there. Fraser Highway still awful pretty much through Surrey at this point. So give yourself time on the Fraser Highway through Surrey. Vancouver weather. What you see is what you get for the rest of the night. Tonight, showers for the rest of the night all the way into tomorrow morning till the afternoon. Lows down to 8 this evening and highs up to 16 by the afternoon tomorrow with some sunshines by the afternoon, so we're ready for that. Sunshine for Wednesday, highs of 15. Sunshine for Thursday, highs of 24 degrees inland for Thursday. Cool right off on Friday. We get showers and 16 degrees. Saturday looks like clouds and highs up to 15 degrees. Right now, outside, YVR, mostly cloudy, 10 degrees. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, what do you think? Episode 1 of Rove Traffic Vancouver, I would say a success. I want to thank all of my buddies for being here today, all of you off of YouTube. Yes, all of my friends off of YouTube. Stev Kevin Cool Dude, who also thanked me on Twitch as well, Stev Kevin Cool Dude. As I guess they were lonely on YouTube and came over. We'll get to the YouTube thing, don't worry. YouTube thing's coming, guys. YouTube thing's coming. Special thanks to D-Rack and Crunk were here. Cool Dude was here. Said that already. Cool Dude, I'll say it twice. Orangey Greeny checking in as well. Thank you very much for Orangey Greeny for checking in. Good old Strunes was here as well. Good trusty Strunes hanging out and saying hi. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me on our first ever edition of Road Traffic Vancouver. Strunes, it went very well, my friend. It went very well. So that means we will be back again bright and late afternoon. 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for Rove Traffic Vancouver. Don't miss out. Make sure you tune in for YouTube and or Twitch. By the way, if you're new to the YouTube stream, if you're new to the Twitch stream, you can want to subscribe on YouTube and follow on Twitch. If you want to help out the channel, you can get those super chats on YouTube and subscribe on Twitch. That's how you help out the channel. Thank you very much, guys, for being here for today. We'll be back again tomorrow afternoon, like I said, at 3 p.m. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, if you want all the drama and the acting, I'll be doing the gaming thing again tomorrow morning as well. So thank you very much for joining me here on Jeffries Media Channel for Rove Traffic Vancouver. I want everybody to have yourself a fantastic Monday evening. Go and vote if you haven't done so already. We'll see you again tomorrow. Love you all. Stay cool, my friends. Peace.